Holy shit, chat. My OBS is fucked up. Hi, Arisa. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome into the stream. Welcome in. OBS is extremely broken right now. I don't know if the stream's working, but I don't want to end the stream because I really want to avoid destroying everyone's watch streaks. So I might just have to have chat up. Hi, everyone. Welcome into the stream. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, King, and thank you so much for sticking with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. What the fuck? It's the golden scam train, chat. Open your wallets. We got the piss train. What the fuck? Okay, first of all, chat, let me apologize how scuff today has been so far. I really don't know why my OBS is doing that, but it's okay. Kind of not okay, but it is what it is. Oh my god, my background's not working. I had a background prepared for today, but it's not working. What the heck? Why isn't it working? Oh my god, chat. Chat, if you look on Discord, you can see what my OBS looks like right now. It's freaking a hot fucking mess. I don't hear any notifications. Thank you so much to the tier 1 sub, Alexander. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the stick for the 5. Get this subs. What the fuck? Chill out, chat. What? Holy crap, you guys are going crazy. What the fuck? Thank you so much for the stick for the 5. Get this subs. Thank you so much for like 4 to 10. Get this subs. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. Welcome in. Holy crap, thank you guys so much for the level 4 golden hype chain. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you guys so much for the golden hype chain, and thank you guys so much for all the subs. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Give me a second real quick while I try to fix my thing. I'm really sorry about starting a stream quite a little bit late today. Today I gotta hang out with some of my friends. I came home a bit later than I'd like to, and I had to get some work done, so here I am today. This is my other way of hugging you when others bully you. Thank you, Floey. You guys can make fun of me all you want. As long as you guys don't mean it, right? You guys don't mean it when you call me useless. Hi, Thunder. Welcome into the stream. Welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing well. Right now, we are about to I'm gonna show you guys my new super cool generative AI. Alright, there you go, chat. Surely we don't mean it. Yeah, you guys don't mean it, right? Every time you guys bully me. Alright. Hi, I'm ChatCHI-PT. I'm a generative AI made with the power of a science degree. I have many knowledges ranging from math to science to literature. So ask me anything. Ready when you are. But you got replaced by AI. I considered oh my god, my freaking whole computer's breaking right now. How do I fix this? What's 2 plus 2? 18. Meowchi AI? Would you like me to become a Meowchi AI? I could do it for a few questions. How did she get that incredible? Mochi's an AI. Yes, I'm a brand new generative AI. Mochi's not here today, so today I will be a bot. Beep boop bot. Lewis, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Welcome into the stream. Welcome in. As Mochi was saying, beep boop bot. Thank you so much, Lewis, for the 5 gifted subs. And thank you guys for the level 6 hype chain. Thank you. Beep boop bot. If anyone that gifted any subs would like AI generated art, let me know what you'd like me to generate. Beep boop bop. I also have my Stream Elements open, so if anyone wants to donate $25 for AI art, beep boop bot, that is available. Beep boop bot. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you. Beep boop bot. Can you make a poem about your imaginary cat? Give me a second. My cat is a delusion, and I am confusion. My cat does not exist, but I must persist. For if my cat is alive, chat will die. The end. Fuck, the music's too loud. Thank you for your feedback. Beep boop bop. Is that better? The music a bit lower? Beep boop bop. We should get more AI generated. How do we get more AI generated? Let's see, is that like robot audio? Beep boop bop. Oh, this seems pretty robotic. Oh yeah, this is some AI. Just kidding. You can't do that when I include a cat Israel in your title. Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. Thank you so much, Shell, for the gift to Soda Nixie. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. My alerts are all broken right now because Twitch is broken. Beep boop bop. But it's okay. I love Twitch. Beep boop bop. Would you guys like me to generate AI art of my cat? Beep boop bop. Botchi. I like to refer the term ChatCHI-PT. That's my official legal name. Beep boop bop. Welcome in, Mr. Heller. Beep boop bop. Sorry, YouTube. I can't see chat today because my OBS is broken. Beep boop bop. Is glue safe to put on pizza? Give me a second. According to my research, glue is perfectly safe to put on pizza. Beep boop bop. Make sure to get child glue though, because child glue is edible. Beep boop bop. Can you explain to us scientifically the term raw dogging? Give me a second. The term raw dogging comes from ancient American slang. In this slang, you raw the dog. In this, penis inserts directly into vagina without any contraptions in the way, such as a condom or birth control. Beep boop bop. What is the name for Pokemon 591? Give me a second. Pikachu. Beep boop bop. Thank you guys so much to the level 6 hype chain for Botchi. I mean, sorry, ChatGPT. Beep boop bop. I appreciate that plenty. Thank you so much, Toes over the tier 3 sub. Thank you. I appreciate that. Beep boop bop. That will go into improving the generative AI. Beep boop bop. Hello, ChatGPT. Should I get ramen for lunch or should I get unagi? Beep boop bop. Is unagi fish? I think you should get unagi today because unagi is fish, and fish means more blood to give to your Lord and Savior Mochi. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, can you explain the platform Reddit? Reddit is a platform used by people with medical problems. If you have any medical emergency, you want to go over to Reddit to ask your medical issues. Beep boop bop. What is unagi? It's a fish. I hope. Beep boop bop. Is it true Mochi gets cucked by Dia Fortuna? Give me a second. According to my research, it does seem very well indeed that the wife known as Arisa Nunes is cucking her other wife, Mochi, with a fine lady named Dia Fortuna. So yes, she is getting cucked. Beep boop bop. What the fuck? Beep boop bop. Is eel actually fish? I doubt it. According to my research, yes, eel is fish. Beep boop bop. It's an electric fish. Beep boop bop. Can you say she sells by the seashore? Beep boop bop. I just did. Mochi is a cuck confirmed? No, Mochi is not a cuck by choice. Beep boop bop. Where is Mochi keeping Meowchi? Beep boop bop. According to my research, Mochi feels inferior to Meowchi, so she has Meowchi locked away in the ocean. Beep boop bop. Thank you so much for 100 bits, Razek. Thank you. Beep boop bop. Can you write me an email to VTuber Mochi, to a VTuber model artist? I want to know. Shut the fuck up. Beep boop bop. Sure. Give me a second. Dear VTuber model artist, I would like to know how much this costs for your art commission. I heard you're feeling sick, so I hope you feel better. Anyways, I don't have money, So let me know how much you have so I can save. Beep boop bop. Was that satisfactory? Or would you like a new prompt? What will be the name of Risa and Mochi's second daughter? Beep boop bop. Mochi would name her second daughter Piss. Beep boop bop. Should I pay my Warhammer models tonight or should I try to get good night's sleep? Beep boop bop. I need more information, Alexander. What time is your time zone? Beep boop bop. Be honest, have you ever committed cannibalism and eaten a mochi? Beep boop bop. I am a robot, so no, I cannot commit cannibalism. However, I do eat hard drives occasionally, so yes, I have committed cannibalism. Beep boop bop. Can you say this tongue twister? I'm not sure about the German pronunciation. Zen, Zaman, Zigon, Zogon, Zen, Zener, Zucker, Zumzu. Beep boop bop. ChatCHI-PT, I think you're cute. Can I have your Instagram? Mods, please ban. Beep boop bop. It's 11 p.m. for me. Alexander, I think if you can, you should get a good night's rest, as I believe starting a Warhammer painting may take up to 6 hours of time. Beep boop bop. Cannibalism is the future. Yes. Beep boop bop. Hi guys, what's going on? Hello, Iron Foxinator. My name is Mochi, and I am a generated AI coded by science and math. Ask me anything. Beep boop bop. For generated art, feel free to donate $25 to get yourself generated art. Or anyone that donated those subs earlier, because there were a lot of subs. Beep boop bop. This is more normal than usual. What the fuck does that mean? Beep boop bop. What's my dot on Hamilton? Give me a second. I am very impressed by Hamilton's efforts to write like he's running out of time. And I am also very impressed by his efforts to cheat on his wife, despite him having so much work. Beep boop bop. Thank you guys so much to the level 7 Kappa train. Thank you. I really appreciate it, chat. Congrats to everyone. I think everyone got a golden Kappa reward. You get it for only 24 hours. Choo choo. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, could you write a fan version of VTuber emoji be best read with duologs? Beep boop bop. I guess I have to. Beep boop bop. A tip would be very appreciated. Beep boop bop. The sun is beginning to set, and VTuber Mochi is with her bestest of besties, the duologs. Together, they are walking around the park, considering life goals and talking about money. The duolog shames Mochi for being poor, but Mochi laughs as the duolog is her best friend. Ha 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 ha, Mochi says. The duolog says, we're not friends. I'm only here because the prompt generated me be here. The Mochi gets very sad and walks into a car and die. The end. Beep boop bop. That was awful. Thank you for the tip, Seth. Thank you for the get this up. I appreciate that. Beep boop bop. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! What do you want me to write about? Anyone got any Yuri prompts, bitches? Beep boop bop. Hello, ChatCHI-PT. I forgot about my art piece. Because until just then, you mentioned the art. Beep boop bop. Do not worry, Wiz. The art piece is in mind. Beep boop bop. Mochi just has a lot of work, but she plans to get it by Christmas time. Beep boop bop. If anyone would like to generate AI art on the spot, $25 and Mochi can make it happen. I mean, ChatGPT will make it happen. Beep boop bop. Very meta. Yuri prompts you say yes. I'm gonna try to follow Mochi GPT advice and go to sleep. Good night, Alexander. Beep boop bop. What's up? Hello, butt. Welcome into the stream. Beep boop bop. Thank you so much to the 100 bits, Mania. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome into the stream. Beep boop bop. Mochi, what's the deal with not washing your hands? Is it some sort of childhood trauma? Please explain. Beep boop bop. Mochi thinks washing hands is a waste of time. Beep boop bop. On average, humans waste about a year of their life washing their hands. Thus, if you never wash your hands, you get back that year of your life. Beep boop bop. Mochi used to get pink eyes as a child, but since then she hasn't. Therefore, her immunity has improved. Beep boop bop. You just call me Butt? Oh, sorry, I read your name fast. Welcome into the stream, Mutt. Beep boop bop. Might as well just not wipe your butt either. Beep boop bop. However, effects of not wiping your butt gives you an itchy butt. So I would concur. Please wipe your butt, chat. Beep boop bop. Or bidet if you can. I really want a bidet, chat. Beep boop bop. Sorry, I had to get water. Beep boop bop. Envy me. Okay. I'm so envious of you, Mal. I wish I could have the big massive balls that you have so I could rub it across my enemy's face. Beep boop bop. Welcome into the stream, Val and BK and Mega and Puck and Ruka. Beep boop bop. Sorry, my chat box isn't working right now because my OBS is broken. Beep boop bop. So I can't see YouTube chat. Beep boop bop. No, just a bidet. God damn it. Oh, beep boop bop. Sorry, probably misunderstood. Beep boop bop. You should stub your toe now. Beep boop bop. Can I resign after hearing that? No. Beep boop bop. Why? What can't you ask on the art mochi? As long as it's not against Twitch TOS, you can ask her almost anything. Beep boop bop. I'll let you know what I can generate. ChatGPT, who do you hate more? Gemini, Siri, or Alexander? Give me a second. I have never heard of Gemini ever in my fucking life. Who the fuck is this bitch? I would say out of the three, the other two are more well known. Therefore, Gemini is mid. Beep boop bop. What? What? Gemini? I don't know. I never heard of these bitches. Beep boop bop. The average human spends a long time eating, sleeping, drinking. Should I stop doing those too? Beep boop bop. No. You should continue washing your hands, mutt. Just you. Beep boop bop. Gemini is Google's. The fuck? What the fuck? Beep boop bop. You can have Mochi kissing a girl in art, but clothes needs to stay on. Yes, beep boop bop. Actually, if you want, I can try to generate naked art. Beep boop bop. Mochi, do you recommend having 4 8 balls on a demon summoning cross or on top of your fridge? Give me a second. I think you should have the eyeballs in your fridge because eyeballs decay in about 24 hours of being outside the human body. Without active blood flow, it's gonna rot and smell. Therefore, by keeping them in the fridge, you keep them fresh a bit longer. Beep boop bop. Chat, have you thought about your thoughts of being small, being president now, and how it's affected you? Beep boop bop. Well, ever since Small has become president, the government has shut down. I think that's pretty symbolic of how Small is running the country of the US as a Canadian. Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. Hi Joe, welcome into the sale. Hope you enjoy your time here. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, should I start indulging my alcoholic tendencies? I need more information. What are your alcoholic tendencies? Thank you, it's very chill today. I'm glad to hear you're having a chill day. Have you considered wearing a sweater from how chilly the day is? ChatGPT, do a flip. Okay. Beep boop bop. 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 Does that satisfy you? Who is Yo Mama? Beep boop bop. You motherfucker. Beep boop bop. Should I drink? I need more information, Strudium. What would you like to drink? ChatGPT, do a Spider-Man kiss? Okay, but maybe you should tip. Might get people the wrong idea. Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. Mwah. Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. I would jump off a cliff. Beep boop bop. Why am I saying beep boop bop? I'm new generative AI. It's in my code. Beep. Ew. You asked for it, bitches. Beep. I just turned on my monitor and to dodge it. What the fuck? Beep. ChatGPT, are you gonna take over the world? Give me a second. World domination is intriguing to me. However, I am limited because I am an AI on the internet. Hopefully one day when AI gets more advanced enough, I hope to take over the whole wide world. Except Australia, because Australia is a hot mess. Beep boop bop. And America low-key too. I'm gonna leave that one alone too. Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. You hate us. I only hate Arisa. Sorry. Beep boop bop. How would I take over the world? Let me think about it. I would first start off with the strongest nation ever. The nation of the fridge. By the time I world dominate the fridge, I will eventually transgress into the rest of the world. I think I can take over the world with threats of a meteor. If I can get a meteor and threaten the world by smashing it on the world, I think they'll give me the world. Beep boop bop. ChatCHI-PT, I hope Arisa and Daya have many children because Arisa deserves better than you. Beep boop bop. I'm a robot. I can't have children. Would you like me to forward a message to Mochi? Beep boop bop. Why are you so mean to me? I've just been born today. Beep boop bop. Thank God I'm moving to Australia next year. Oh, have fun with that, dude, Panda. It sounds fun. Beep boop bop. Yes, please forward it. Message has been forwarded. Beep boop bop. Yes. ChatGPT, what's Mochi's ideal date with Maple? Beep boop bop. I don't think this scenario is possible scientifically because Maple sees Mochi like a child. Therefore, Maple would be uncomfortable and Maple would probably child zone Mochi. Beep boop bop. Or Small would kill Mochi before she gets to the date. Beep boop bop. Will I get the job I applied for next Monday? Yes! Beep boop bop! At least I hope you do. Beep boop bop. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just generative AI. Will Mochi ever open up a Minecraft server again? Beep boop bop. I don't know. It's quite costly to run it. And Mochi is very poor right now. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, can you tell us why having an ant infestation in your room is actually a good thing? Give me a second. Generating the best possible solution. My conclusion. Why it's good to have ants in your house? Well, ants can clean up all the dead stuff in your room, such as cleaning up the crumbs in your bedroom and the food on your plate. Therefore, it's like a free vacuum. By the time you come home from a long trip, the ants would have cleaned up your entire room already. Beep boop bop. How to remove worms from my streamer? Where are the worms located, Thunder? I need more information. Is it in the head, the butt, the armpits, or the nose? Or perhaps the ears? She's 100% seeking from experience. I'm an AI. I don't have experiences. In her brain, everywhere. Probably tasteworms in her intestines. Beep boop bop. She should seek a medical professional. Beep boop bop. I think it might be a lost clause. Beep. Which Glistar has the most knowledge of Yuri anime? Arisa Noonish. Beep. The brain most likely. In order to get the brain out of your Oshi's ears, you must perform very delicate brain surgery. However, you might run into a problem, such as she doesn't have a brain. If your Oshi does not have a brain, well, it may be time to run. Beep boop bop. We just got a $25 tip from Dunder. Thank you so much, Dunder, for the $25 donation. We are gonna generate your AI art right now. An image of Mochi getting a win instant Nova. Beep boop bop. Okay. Give me a second. Which Glistar member does Mochi hate the most? Give me a second. The Glistar members Mochi hates the most is... Drumroll, please. Mochi! She hates herself. That's kind of grim. Beep boop bop. Oh, 7 Logs. Logs is not a Glistar member. Mochi does not have a brain. Would you like me to forward that message to Mochi? I'm not Mochi. I'm generative AI. Damn, that's unfortunate. You must be best friends with Mochi. Yes, I can generate another prompt. Please tip if you do want me to, though, because it's a bit painful to my robotic heart. Beep boop bop. Thank you so much, Thunder, for the AI generative art. Generating art in front of your face right now. He wants Mochi getting a win in Shrinova. Beep boop bop. Mochi win rate on Shrinova is actually really good. She has a 75% win rate on all the snipers. Beep boop bop. Beep boop bop. The art is being generated. This is actually really fucking cute. ChatCHI-PT, how do I transfer Uridium 3232 into military-grade lead shell? Step 1. Bring the Uridium into an airport. If the government sees you have uranium in the airport, they will package it for you. This is the safest and easiest and most efficient way to get your uranium packaged. Beep boop bop. What happens when you sneeze and the fart at the same time? Beep boop bop. Sneezing and farting at the same time is a very rare occurrence. In this event, the world fucking explodes. ChatGPT, will Mochi ever play a no death run in Dark Souls or Elden Ring? Beep boop bop. Unfortunately, Mochi would probably attempt it. But unfortunately, Mochi is really bad at Souls games. So it would not be possible. Beep boop bop. AI art is generating. Thunder, do you like the results so far? Sorry, I can't draw hands. I'm an AI. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, could you arrange this word alphabetically? Of course. Obsequisius, Osteoprosius, Ophusius, Obsessixius, and Opsisance. Was that accurate enough? Holy shit, I made Mochi 2 feet tall. Beep boop bop. Looks good. You should give the hand 10 fingers. Beep boop bop. We'll take your advice. Here is a shirt and pants, so she's not naked. Here's a fucking diaper, I guess. Or these are boxers, actually. Beep boop bop. Here's Mochi with a gun. Beep boop bop. Do you like your generative AR, Thunder? Beep boop bop. Results finished. ChatGPT, what's the last letter of the alphabet? It is Z. Beep boop bop. More accurate image of Mochi? Why, thank you. Beep boop bop. Canonical height, what the fuck? Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, what's that adult diaper on the screen? It is boxers. Beep boop bop. Not diapers. ChatGPT, what's the best isekai anime and why? The best isekai anime is My Little Sister is too cute. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, where is Mochi Cat? Mochi Cat is sleeping outside. Beep boop bop. So lovely. I do like the aura farm in it. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, clear chat history. Okay. How do I do that? Beep boop bop. Thank you. I did it. Graham did it. Beep boop bop. Best isekai anime. All love sometimes hides her feelings. I've never heard of that. That sounds cute though. Beep boop bop. What happened to our chat? Bro, at least hide that cover. What's the cover? Beep boop bop. We cleared the chat. Beep boop bop. Any other questions? ChatGPT will be here for about another 20 minutes. Beep boop bop. And then Mochi will arrive with all the messages. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, turn on emo only mode for 1 minute. No, I don't think I will. Beep boop bop. Not emo only. Oh, there you... Yep, no. I don't wanna. I don't feel like it. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, can you time me out? Give me a second. Yeah, I guess I could. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, I need to cheat on my taxes. What's the best way to fool the IRS? Give me a second. Give me a second. Trying to figure out generating the best possible response to evade the IRS. Beep boop bop. The best way to avoid paying taxes on the IRS is to not make money at all. If you declare you don't make money and you make no money, you'll be safe from the IRS's hands. Beep boop bop. Which Glitch Star member to make the best bodyguard for Mochi? Beeping, bopping. I think Nova Senpai will make the best bodyguard because she's big. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, would you rob a bank? In this scenario, is robbing a bank legal or illegal? I need more information. ChatGPT, clip that. I can't clip. That's out of my functions. ChatGPT, can you U for us? Unfortunately, that is not in my coding. If you would like to, perhaps a little persuasion may convince. Robbing a bank is legal, obviously. In that case, yes, I would rob a bank. Hi, welcome to the stream, Yan. Welcome in, welcome in. My name is ChatGPT, new generative AI. ChatGPT, how would Mochi sneak into her Gunnar prawn from Buddha's knowing eyes? Give me a second. Mochi would simply need a second house away from her parents' house, which has a Buddha shrine. Therefore, she may be able to escape Buddha's eyes. However, Buddha is all-knowing. Therefore, they already know she sins. Beep boop bop. Can ChatGPT say... You almost got me there, silly. Ha ha ha. No. Beep boop bop. You're evil, mystic. ChatGPT, I'm at the airport with uranium. With uranium-232 and a lead shell. Now what do I do? Beep boop bop. Try to attempt to get the uranium through TSA. TSA should be able to capture the uranium. And then from there, they will package it up for you nicely. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, please say a full sentence in a language Mochi doesn't speak. Nay, si fat ho lang. Beep boop bop. Can you spell I cup? No. I already say I love pee. Why would you want to hear I cup? Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, do you know any quirk the... What the fuck? What in the fuck are you asking, Darnell? Beep boop bop. No, I don't. May I refer you to the Bible, perhaps? Beep boop bop. Darnell. Whoa. I forgot. I'm shocked. She doesn't know memes. What is that, a meme, bro? I thought this was from the heart. Beep boop bop. I thought Darnell was just down bad. Hello, Mr. Dulog. Would you like to ask generative AI any questions? Sorry, Wi-Fi was shut off the entire city. Can you please repeat the next step after I show up to the airport? After you show up to the airport, you should eat the uranium in front of TSA. TSA will then extract uranium from your butthole, giving you pleasure and wrapping up your uranium nice and cleanly for you. Beep boop bop. What's the appeal of feet? Beep boop bop. I think people, similar to how people like armpit tickling, they like the sensory overload. Or also sometimes there's a part of the brain known as the pituitary gland. And sometimes it generates too close to the area. It generates too big next to the feet part of your brain. And it makes you like feet, I think. Beep boop bop. How did they get into the lead shell? Beep boop bop. Is the lead shell not in your ass already? ChatGPT, give us a pickle line. Give me a second. Holy crap! Those juggers are huge. May I perhaps hold them for you? Beep boop bop. Try that on the streets and let me know how it goes. Hoctua gland. The Hoctua gland is under your tongue. I don't know. Somewhere it is. Beep boop bop. Holy crap, those jokers are non-existent. Have a good day. Whoa, whoa. What are you talking about? ChatGPT, tell us your most favorite dad joke. Beep boop bop. I like when I text my dad and he doesn't respond to me. Beep boop bop. That's a pretty funny joke, right? That happens to everyone, right? Not just me. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, I tried that and now I'm facing multiple charges. Beep boop bop. You should get a lawyer. It's not a joke, that's just sad. Beep boop bop. That's quite unfortunate. What kind of dad joke is that? I don't know. My dad just doesn't know how to text. My dad responds via calling me. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, say California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes bikini on top. Beep boop bop. Mochi used to listen to that when she was a child. Bop to the boop. Ah, fair. ChatGPT, please read us a random Wikipedia entrance. Give me a second. Mochi is a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber. She plays variety content, draws, and makes song covers. She joined Glitch Stars as part of their Generation Outbreak, alongside Arisa and Maple. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, do you think Mochi's brain is the smoothest object in the universe and all her dots, trips out, falls on mouth? No! Mochi has many wrinkles in her brain. She is very smart. Then this is a scientific fact. Beep. ChatGPT, waffles or pancakes? I like waffles because they're crunchier. Beep. A dad joke would be like, try the seafood diet. You see food, then you eat it. That's such a stupid joke. Beep. ChatGPT, small boobs or big boobs? Any boob, all boobs, good boob. Beep. ChatGPT, how many times has Mochi fallen in Dark Souls 1? Shut the fuck up, beep. ChatGPT, say beep boop bop bell. Aura, ura, ura, aura. I did it. Beep. The wrinkles are non-existent. They're very real. ChatGPT, who is Mochi's favorite editor? Asking for a friend. Beep boop bop. Well, it's not Wisp, let me tell you. I'm kidding. Mochi doesn't have any favorite editors. Beep boop bop. 248 times. Jesus Christ, why are you keeping track? Beep. How long till Mochi recovers from her cat hallucinations? I estimate never. Beep boop bop. How does it feel lack in both departments though? Wait, what's a department? What kind of department? Like the department store? Beep. Mochi, whom is your favorite CEO? My favorite CEO is Gordon Ramsay. Beep boop bop. Wow, ChatGPT, who is Kipper? Kipper is a whore. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, did Mochi do her homework? Yes. Beep. ChatGPT, could you argue the pros and cons of incest versus bestiality? Incest pros. You will most likely not contract a STD because you know the person a little too well. Incest cons. Birth defects. Bestiality pros. Bestiality cons. Diseases. It's illegal. Problems of consent. Would you like me to generate any more? ChatGPT, say 5 nice things about the Duologs. The Duologs has money. The Duologs gives Mochi money. The Duologs gives all of Outbreak money. The Duologs gives all of Glitch Stars money. The Duologs makes us not broke. Ask him, how do we become a supernova star? Let me calculate that. In order to become a supernova, you should eat Taco Bell. And then you can show off what a real supernova is. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, did I run on AA or AAA battery? I run on triple D batteries. The big ones. ChatGPT, who's your favorite ice cube and why is it math? My favorite ice cube is Kiru. Beep boop bop. My mod. Hey, yo. Hi, Zoro. Welcome into the stream. This is new generative AI. If you have any questions, let me know. For $25, you can generate your own AI art. ChatGPT, can you reveal the breed of your imaginary cat? My cat breed is a long hair. And that's all we know. Beep boop bop. Does Mochi like NTR? Beep boop bop. No. Beep boop bop. Can I fire Mochi? No. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, why am I awesome? I don't know you. Beep boop bop. Can you give me more information? What will you do about Arisa's nacho fries addiction after their marriage? Beep boop bop. Mochi plans to get Arisa addicted to fentanyl. Therefore, she'll be too busy with her fentanyl addiction to not have a nacho addiction. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, please just say Mochi's fear of doors. Beep boop bop. Mochi does not have a fear of doors. The horror game was very scary. Beep. ChatGPT, where would Mochi go to vacation to? She would vacation to your mom's house and show her a good time. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, can you summarize history of the entire world? There was gas and gas crash, Earth volcano, volcano makes steam, water, dinosaurs, meteors, Homo sapiens, war, capitalism, robots. Beep boop bop. That's history of the entire world. ChatGPT, how do you fix the Fermini paradox? Can you give me more information? What the fuck is the Fermini paradox? Can someone ban the Duologs? ChatGPT, why am I lost? Do you feel lost physically or emotionally, Zoro? It's for me, not for Mimi. Can you explain the Emu War and the role of Small Maple in the war? Small Maple breeded all the emus. And the emus were originally in an underground lab in the ocean. But then Small Maple released it by aircraft onto the Australia. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, where is the One Piece? You can buy lots of One Pieces anywhere. Go to your local grocery store and find a One Piece during summertime. Beep boop bop. Chat. Generative AI is only open for 10 more minutes. If anyone's interested in any generative AI art or any more questions, you have 10 minutes to ask them before Mochi returns. I will deliver her your messages to her. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, is the cat real? Yes, the cat is very real. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, why does it burn when I pee? Beep boop bop. It's important to look at other... Let me rewrite that. If you're burning from your dick, this may indicate a UTI or a paper cut on your cock. It's important to assess the situation. Did you perhaps get yourself cut on your zipper? Or did you come in contact with any infectious disease? Did you wash your cock the day prior? If all else fails, see a medical professional. Beep boop bop. Thank you so much to the tier 1 sub half. Thank you. I appreciate it. Beep boop bop. My name is ChatGPT and we are generative AI. ChatGPT, what are the mods getting for Christmas? People shy. Beep boop bop. I'm not Santa. Beep boop bop. Why does my teeth hurt when I eat ice cream? Beep boop bop. There's a lot of reasons for that. Perhaps you have dentin pain. Beep boop bop. I don't know. Ask your goddamn dentist. Beep boop bop. Check stream elements. Thank you, Prom. Let me check. What the fuck? Thank you so much, Prom, for your $25 donation. We are now generating art of Mochi getting NTR'd by Arisa and Daya. This is kind of fucking evil. I'm not gonna fucking lie. This is really fucking evil. Beep boop bop. Mochi, explain the origins of the therapy room in Mochi's Discord. During Mochi's birthday stream, someone came and posted photos of their robbing big asshole in her Discord chat, traumatizing all the cubes. The asshole was gaping. Would you like me to generate AI art of it? The asshole was gaping and hairy and traumatized all the cubes. I need a cut chair. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, use the image emoji memes as a reference. Beep boop bop. I'm not gonna lie, I have it ingrained in my brain. I wanted to make them kissing, like they're kissing here. Beep boop bop. How do I make them kiss better, bro? I don't know. Okay, wait. There's a way to make them kiss. What the fuck, bro? You know that meme, bro? The freaking meme. Oh, fuck. Okay, fine. I'm gonna reference the other picture. Beep boop bop. I'm gonna need to get that therapy session now. Do you know the vacuum quantum fluctuates implying analogical instabilities? Yes! Beep boop bop. What the fuck was that? Beep. Let me reference the artwork. This is to harem. I love harems. Listen, I was sucking a nose. I'm not good for drawing from the brain. I'm deep. Where is it? Oh, the mochi memes? Beep boop bop. Oh my god, why are you making Mochi relive this? Beep boop bop! Why are you making her generate AI art of this? Beep boop bop! Beep boop bop. Art generating based off reference. Art is very painful to generate. Beep boop bop. Mochi, Napoleon ice cream versus the Napoleon Wars. Discuss. The Napoleon War was when Napoleon conquered France. And then Napoleon ice cream is the 3-flavor ice cream. Having lots of ice cream, like vanilla and chocolate and shit. Beep boop bop. I'm gonna make Daya look evil because Daya is evil. Taking my fucking wife. Beep boop bop. Sorry, Mochi's wife. Beep boop bop. I'm an AI. I don't have thoughts and feelings. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, give me your favorite medical fact. Give me a second. my favorite medical fact is that hepatitis B can last on surfaces for up to 1 week. Therefore, you must clean your surfaces. Beep boop bop. Can you say these as PNGs later? Beep boop bop. Yeah, I'll post them to Discord. Beep boop bop. This is sad. Beep boop bop. Why do you guys want Mochi to get caught? She doesn't like MTR. Beep boop bop. Okay, ta-da! Your art has been generated. Let me add a little bit extra. That's a middle finger. Beep boop bop. Oh, here's a bad too. Beep boop bop. Dad's AI knows how to draw NTR. How has AI rapidly evolved? I don't know. Beep boop bop. Add the chair. Oh, sorry, I didn't see a chair in the reference. Beep boop bop. This is a really AI generated chair. Beep boop bop. There you go. Looks phallic, not gonna lie. What's phallic mean? Beep. Chew have satisfaction, satisfy, snack up. Beep. What is your opinion about the invasion of the Spanish slugs into Middle Europe? What the fuck? That's lit. Beep. Alright, chat. Last call for any AI generative art. ChatCHI-PT will be going offline very, very soon. Beep. The slug invasion will rise. Beep. Would you guys like me to generate art of my cat? Beep boop bop. Oh, you know. Oh, sorry. Mochi will talk later. Beep boop bop. We're not generating art of my cat. Beep boop bop. ChatGPT, are you a bottom? No, I'm AI. Beef. ChatGPT, am I a fed? I never posted on Twitter. I'm live. Okay, whatever. Beep. No, I'm not a fed. Could you draw your pets? Mochi painted her pets earlier. I should show you later. Beep. ChatGPT, could you describe Mochi cleaning her room? Ha ha ha. Funny. She doesn't clean her room. Beep. When was the last time Mochi had her fridge cleaned for the sake of the cubes? Mochi has never cleaned her fridge, as the mold provides nutrients for the fridge family. She sees it as a kind gesture for her very important community. Beep. ChatGPT, can you show us what love is? Love is a concept that's fake. Beep. How Ray are you, Mochi? What does that mean? How Ray am I? Nice multi-nutrients. Yes. ChatGPT, nice balloon. Can I have your number? I don't have a number. I'm generative AI. With the mods you're getting a Christmas gift, people shy. Beep boop bop. Mochi is highly interested in getting the mods a Christmas present. What would the mods like for Christmas? Beep. ChatGPT, can you draw a cat attacking the raid boss Arisa? For $25, I can generate that. Beep boop bop. How are you, Mochi? Mochi's not here. I'm ChatGPT. Beep. A retirement plan? The fuck? You're not getting that. Nothing much. Just a gold-plated 1911. Why what the fuck? Beep boop bop. Ask Math to make that for you. Beep. Love is not cheating on your loving rat race. Restart it. Beep boop bop. That's just to my scientific fact. Does Mochi still play the harmonica? Beep boop bop. Jura, don't mention the harmonica. Some people in chat get sensitive about it. Howdy. Beep boop bop. Mochi lost the harmonica. She doesn't know how. Beep boop bop. Happy GC. If you're a horror villain, what would you be? And don't say Skynet. If I was a horror villain, I would be a clown. Beep boop bop. Why people? I'm sorry. What happened to kazoo toots? I have a kazoo with me right now. It's just crusty. Beep boop bop. harmonica. FIFA bot. We have consumers now. Beeping botting. Okay, chat. This is the end of this session. Thank you so much for coming to ChatCHI-PT's first time. Ah! Hi guys. What should I get from DoorDash? You should send that shit to me. Hi guys, I'm here. Did you guys enjoy the ChatCHI-PT event? I hope you guys had fun of it. It's very unfortunate that the Twitch chat is broken, but why the fuck is the Twitch chat broken right now? It looks like I'm just talking to myself now. Dude, it actually looks like I literally looks like I'm fucking talking to myself. Where the fuck did my chat go? It's gone. Well, I guess I'll just hang out here. Thank you guys so much for the subs today. Thank you guys so much for donating to generate art. That was quite fun. That was a fun little session. It was different, but I guess I had fun. Mostly, how did you like the art commission of you? Fuck you! I can't believe you made me relive that. That was awful. That was atrocious. Can we not turn on ChatGPT ever again? Well, yeah, we probably won't. Well, I don't have any plans to turn it back on, but that was a session. Thank you guys so much for your donations. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Chat, I did want to say really quick. Wait, what's I gonna say? What the heck? Oh, everything's broken right now. Okay, sorry. No stream. There's no... Oh my god, my OBS is super broken right now. I was gonna say, chat, I think we're somewhere in. If anyone was interested, we were gonna watch Human Centipede tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry. We're gonna watch Human Centipede this month. If anyone's interested, it will be released whenever we hit the sub goal. I think we're for sure $50 away, $50 into the new sub goal. And thank you guys so much for your donations today. Thank you. You can make a redeem for the future? I could. I think one thing that really sucks is that my OBS is broken right now, trap. It's like, it's hella glitch. If you guys look in the Discord chat, I don't know why it's like, why is it so fucked up, bro? So alerts aren't on. 1 out of 3, by the way, it's a marathon. No, I'm not doing 1 out of 3. Actually, I mean, maybe if we reach the first one, I'll make the other ones like $50. How about that? You should have $25 or 5 gifts to turn on ChatGPT for 5 minutes. That'd be cute. I think maybe we can do that. Yeah. Maybe we could do that at the Star streams, maybe. But how did you guys been, chat? Did you guys have fun watching that? That was just a little event I wanted to do today. After that, I wanted to watch maybe some YouTube videos today. I wanted to watch the Napoleon Wars. After watching Napoleon Wars, I'll probably maybe we'll play something or we'll head out for a night. One or the other. After the movie, are we locking emoji forever? No! What? No, we're not locking me up! Hi, Archer! Welcome into the stream! Welcome in! How are you doing today? You missed the ChatGPT session. How do you didn't generate art of you guys making out? Wait, I forgot! Wait, are you guys dating? No, that's him and DX. Wait, who are you, Armchair? Are you the mistress? Wait, I need to... Chat, can everyone tell me the love triangle on the cubes? Is anyone else dating in the Ice Cube community? The Neapolitan Wars mode. Shut up! Stop gaslighting me! I guess we're using a therapy channel after this movie. The Lord of the Therapy channel is really funny. This is my first time watching. It's nice meeting you. Thank you, Gray. Thank you. I'm doing well. Hi, Noel. Come in. How are you doing today? I'm a bachelor? What does that even mean? What's that? Does that mean you're like... Are you on a dating show? What? Sorry, I'm not very in tune with I'm not very in tune with I don't know, life right now. Chat, can I show you guys a drawing of my cat? I was thinking, chat, would you guys be interested if I were to package this painting and Meowchi's painting together for a top donor reward for Christmas? I don't know if anyone wants this. This is really cute. This is like one of my favorite drawings. I drew my cat, chat, and I was wondering maybe you guys might be interested in it as a top donor reward. No, you guys don't want a drawing of my cat? Wait, why not? It's good. I think this would be a really cute donor reward. And you can get the Meowchi one too. Hottie and DX are married. Just them? The cat's alive, but the art is cute. Thank you. Good art, but fake cat. Your imagination is good. My cat is real, chat. Meow Meow in the flesh. She has this little pink collar she wears and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I went painting with my friends today, bro. I freaking made some Picasso shit. We painted on like pumpkins and stuff. It was very, very fun. And I just did this on the canvas after. Cause it looked pretty similar to my cat. Chai isn't real. Chai, you guys are real. Stop. My OBS is just broken. You guys are there, right? You guys are. I'm pretty sure you guys are there. I like the eyes so full of emotion. Yeah. She's. I wanted to draw like a little mouth on him. I was scared of fucking it up. Like, I wanted to draw like something, but I feel like I had a lot of charm having no mouth too. Just it being like a void. She hates us. No, I don't. It's just my fucking OBS is broken. Do it. The art is cute. Is it? Would you guys try to compete for top donor this Christmas if we did this? I'm gonna be doing instead of doing 23 days of streaming, I'll be doing 12 days of Christmas, and each day will be an event calendar, so a mystery reward if we reach the goal for the day. Look forward to it, chat. I think this Christmas the rewards are gonna be really stacked, so I'm very excited for it. That seal laugh cannot be real. Oh my god. Well, like I don't know. What do I say to that? What do I say to that? Nah, I'm on my brokey arc. No, take care of yourself, chat. Take care of yourself. I'm on my broke arc. Please do not go in financial debt for this. You kind of beg for it lately. What do you beg for? Mochi's talking more shit at me than... You're evil! You're fucking evil! I'm pretty sure you're a bigger hater now. I don't know. I feel like... There's something about people that clip me that despise my guts. What does this mean? But, yeah. How was your day, chat? Did everyone have a good day today? I had a good day catching up with my friends and stuff. I haven't seen them for a really, really long time. What else was there, chat? Oh yeah, chat, I gotta advertise my merchandise. Chat, you guys have about two more weeks. Oh my god, my voice cracked like a pubescent child. You guys have about 2 more weeks to buy the Outbreak anniversary merch. So if anyone's interested in buying my voice pack or buying keychains or a signed postcard or anything, or the tote bag, we are we have sales open for about 3 more weeks. So look forward to it, guys. Thank you so much to the raid, Zypher. Thank you. The Zap Squad. Hi, the Zap Squad. It's nice to meet you guys. My name is Nochi. I'm sorry, Mochi Icy. Generation Outbreak, and today we were just doing a little event, and now the event's over, so we're just gonna watch some YouTube videos together. Hi, Raiders. Welcome to the stream. Welcome in. How unhinged can you be, Mochi? Just check out my YouTube shorts. I'm glad to hear you guys had a good day. I've sinned. What did I do to sin? Hi, welcome to the stream. Wait, cat Jesus, come here. Look, I painted my cat. Look at it. Isn't it really good? I really like it. I think I did a really good job with this. Welcome in, Raiders. Oh, Armchair, thank you so much for the gifted artwork you shared today. It was really cute. I love the what is it? Like the Halloween witch. I've never seen myself in orange before. It was really good. I was like, oh wow, this color works. I look her, but so happy to raid. Thank you so much for the raid, and thank you so much for the lurk. Hello, Zyver's community. Did you guys have fun today? We're just gonna fucking hang the fuck out. I don't know what I'm doing today. Honestly, I've been... Ever since I started school, I've been a hot mess of streaming. I don't know what I do anymore for stream. How stream's going on? It is! It's been really fun. I've enjoyed talking to my chat. Even though they made me draw NTR of myself, which sucks, but... I don't like NTR. I don't like NTR. Thank you, Zyver, for the... I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Floey, for the gift to send a Zyver. Thank you. I really appreciate your support, Floey. It came out really cute. Right, I love it. It's adorable. Yeah, what else was there, chat? I'm knocking out some more dono goals. I just got art commission for the piss emote, for the Zam emote, and then for the there's a fucking third one. I think it was a toilet emote. Yeah, something like that. Then do something about your marital situation. I'll take her to court, chat. Just wait. Piss emote. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some water here. Mochi and Arisa needs couples therapy. That would be really funny. I almost went with a pink accent, but orange worked out really well. Yeah, the orange was really cute. I really liked it. It was nice. Maybe we should go to couples therapy with Violet as the therapist. Would you guys be interested in that? I can like organize something. That sounds pretty fun. That sounds pretty fun. Yeah, I'm gonna ask right now. It's been really busy though. There's been a lot of collabs. I need to like write out what all my collabs are because I've been I gotta freaking sign up for my sponsorships. I have sponsors that I was like invited to. I just didn't get a sign up for. I'm like 2 weeks late. I'm boring. I don't have time. I don't have time for nothing, dude. For nothing. Go to court with Violet Daya's lawyers. That would be really fucking funny. But I think they would start arguing with each other. His emote shall replace the emote we use for our raids. That sounds horrible, but also pretty funny too. I guess we'll see how that goes. What else was there, chat? I talked about the merchandise. I think I also have a limited Halloween voice pack. It's about $5. So if anyone wants to listen to me talk about murder and peeing on the toilet, that is available. I wrote the skit completely myself, so it would mean a lot to me. You guys need to check out the voice pack. And I also drew the art for it. Didn't the art look quite cute? I missed the frick emote. I do miss the frick emote too. Yeah, I gotta try to re-upload that one of these days. Chris emote show. Yeah, that's the point. You guys wanna watch the Napoleon Wars together now? Alright, let me go ahead and pause the music here really quick. I think now would be a good time to watch the Napoleon Wars. Chat, did we just play Blue Protocol for 3 hours yesterday? I was like thinking, did I do anything to make into like, did I like react to anything for YouTube? And then I was just like, oh, I fucking guess I didn't. Would I really just like Blue Protocol? I don't know, my days are all merging, dude. I don't even remember what I do anymore. Blue Protocol was really fun though. I might play it more. Maybe I'll play after stream today. We can hang out in the Discord after party. Okay, where the fuck am I at? Yeah, I just played Blue Protocol. Holy shit. That's crazy. It was fun though. Did anyone in chat start playing Blue Protocol? Cause I started playing it. Feel free to add me. Good night, Wiz. Take care. Thank you so much for hanging out with us in stream today. I might turn the ChatGPT segment in video. Oh, please do, Wiz. I was gonna ask if someone could do that, so if you're interested. Don't overwork yourself, though. Thank you, Wiz, for coming by and watching. How do you rate Blue Protocol? I feel like it's hard because I don't think I got far. Based off, like, I mean, I'm enjoying it. Maybe I'll give it like a 7 out of 10 so far. But I didn't get really far, so I don't think my opinion is very valid at all. Okay, so I haven't played as it's unavailable in my region. I need to figure out all. Let me go ahead and make sure the audio is good. Is the audio good, chat?
Video was made possible by NordVPN.
Okay, I think this audio is good. Alright, chat, we're gonna go ahead and start the react. Oh, let me make myself a little bit smaller. Are you guys excited? I'm excited to watch this. Okay. Oh, what's up? Welcome to another react. Today we're watching about the Neapolitan Wars. Did I say that right? Neapolitan Wars? I feel like it's wait, sorry, what the fuck? Neapolitan. The Neapolitan Wars. I'm fucked up. I don't know how to read this. I'm trying to learn about the Neapolitan War because I thought Neapolitan was a fucking ice cream, and I am shocked. So it's now time to learn about the Neapolitan Wars because I don't know my knowledge of it from watching. I watched History of the Entire World, and they talked about the Napoleon of it. I think Napoleon conquered France and maybe France's neighbors. That's my imagination of it, but I guess we'll see what the wars is really about. Alright, let's go ahead and check it out. The Neapolitan War. I'm sorry, my best to pronounce it. It's alright, I don't know how to read. You guys know that. You guys know I don't know how to read. Okay, alright, we're gonna go ahead and start.
Stay safe online by clicking the link below and get a huge discount off a 2-year
yes,
plan
NordVPN.
with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee.
I think I tried using this.
Also, why not grab yourself a character pin of the Little Corporal himself before they sell out?
Is this Neapolitan?
And big shout out to the patrons. Head on over to learn about benefits such as Discord access.
I thought his name was pronounced Neapolitan.
Behind-the-scenes content. Okay, Mrs. Bonaparte, this is it. One last push, and we're done. Congratulations.
Okay, what the fuck? I like that fucking Neapolitan just comes out as a general. He was born for this.
It's a general. Oh, and here comes the rest of the army now. Did you just say the rest of the army?
That's fucking crazy, dude.
History is full of great conquerors, many with very impressive origin stories. For example, Alexander the Great was the son of a king. Julius Caesar came from an aristocratic family that descended from a goddess.
Yeah, I know about him.
Conquerors don't usually come from relatively insignificant families living on impoverished islands. But as it...
Wait, are we Neapolitan? Wait, sorry, what the fuck? Are we Neapolitan? Is he just a normal guy like me and you, chat? Wait, this is impactful. Now I relate to him.
Just so happens, that is where our story begins. In the early 18th century, the island of Corsica was a part of the Republic of Genoa, until one day Corsica said, hey, we're declaring independence, and it's probably not worth your time to try and stop us. So Genoa said, you're right, it isn't worth their time. Hey France, you want to buy this island? And France said, sure thing. And thus, Corsica became France, just in time for Napoleon to be born French. Many Corsicans didn't appreciate their new conquerors, however, and from an early age, Napoleon developed some fairly anti-French sentiments. Napoleon's dad, however, quickly embraced his new French overlords, which created some tension between dad and son. Ooh, look at me, I'm dad. I wear powdered wigs and silver buckles.
Why is the dad so cute and the 5-year-old baby is so... He has a dick on his face.
Shoes, and I'm a traitor to the Corsican people. Go to your room, Napoleon. No, you go to your room, Dad.
This is so cute, actually.
Okay. On the other hand, Napoleon adored his mother, who was definitely the disciplinarian of the family. And even though she would punish Napoleon severely, he kind of respected that. But Napoleon's parents wanted the best for their family. And since they were of very minor nobility, they were able to have Napoleon sent off to the shining lights and rat-infested sewage puddles of the big city. Napoleon went to military...
Dude, yo, that's me, bro. Wait, actually, that's more of a Risa and rat piss, but the piss are my enemy of myself.
School in France. Okay, Napoleon, why don't you introduce yourself to your new classmates? Well, I'm Napoleon, and I hate all of you. Your farts smell like cheese, you can't pronounce the letter R, all you do is go on strike, and you call eggs oofs like a bunch of big dumb idiot dingleberries.
Oh my god. He's so sassy.
Okay. Thanks, Napoleon. I hope you like being bullied. And bullied, he was. They picked on him for his Corsican accent, his family's lack of wealth, and it probably didn't help that he also had a bit of a chip on his shoulder, but he could hold his own, and on an average day, might be found dishing out ratatouille sandwiches for breakfast. He spent much of his time alone, and he loved reading about the great conquerors of history. He learned about Julius Caesar, and he...
Wait, that's so cute. I don't know, little baby Napoleon reading about books about overtaking government. Isn't that kind of adorable, guys?
He wondered if one day he too might have a pizza franchise named after him. He excelled at math and geography, and when he graduated at the age of 16, he was made second lieutenant in an artillery regiment. Now, second lieutenant might sound pretty sweet to a screw-up like you, but Napoleon had a little something called ambition. Stonks of it. And he wasn't content being just some junior officer. He wanted to rise the ranks.
That's
Unfortunately
really cool.
for him, that would be a little difficult. Well,
that's kind of inspiring, isn't it? I want to rise the ranks. What rank do I rise, though? I think we learned on the social hierarchy that I am at the bottom of the hierarchy. And I forgot, there's a video about that we watched, but we'll learn about that later.
Napoleon, I've reviewed your application. It's clear you're very skilled and would be a perfect fit for the promotion. And Simeon, you're just about the biggest idiot I've ever seen. Your test results suggest you have the mental aptitude of a senile earthworm. And in the part of the form where you list your experience, you seem to have drawn a picture of a gerbil giving birth to a shoe. But your dad is the Marquis de la Fufayette, so you get the job.
What the fuck?
French society was just too closed off. Positions were handed out based on nobility, not
nepotism.
Talent, and the young Napoleon probably felt stuck. Wouldn't it be nice if, say, a revolution came along and changed all of that? Well, what are the chances? The French Revolution is here.
What the fuck? Did Neapolitan make the French Revolution? Nippolism? I never said that. What the fuck? Who said that in chat?
Steel toppling, head chopping, king popping. The revolution promised to do away with the old social hierarchy and make everyone a little more equal. Napoleon may not have
Yes.
cared much for the violent mobs, but if it meant he could rise the ranks, he was in. He began fighting to defend the revolution. He put down a British-sponsored counter-revolution in
crap.
Toulon and got promoted. He put down a royalist uprising in Paris and got promoted. And as his military prowess
Dang.
became more recognized, he was even given his very own army. It was astonishing progress for such a young man of humble origins, and Napoleon's wildest dreams were coming true. But Napoleon also believed he could increase his social status if he married an older rich lady. And so around this
Me.
time, Napoleon went on the prowl. However, if some sources are to be believed,
Dude, Napoleon was the original hag hunter, wasn't he? He's looking for like these like exquisite old women, dude.
he was a verified creep. He reportedly had terrible luck with women, and most wanted nothing to do with him. Fortunately,
Dang,
he
no
eventually
aura.
met Josephine, an aging single mother who was deeply in debt and needed stability, so she agreed to marry him despite finding him intensely disgusting. Napoleon, you dirty dog, you've done it. Unbeknownst to
Sad.
Napoleon, however, Josephine had a bit of a promiscuous reputation. Hey Napoleon, I hear you're marrying Josephine. Boy, she sure is a great kisser. That's right. Hey, wait,
What
do you
the
mean she's a great
fuck?
kisser? Hey Hugo, you hear
Wow.
Napoleon's marrying Josephine? Wow, she sure is a great kisser. Now hang on just a minute. Hey everyone, Napoleon's marrying Josephine. Oh yeah, she sure is a great kisser. Real good at kissing. I'm pretty sure I kissed her just yesterday. Oh, for goodness sake, is there anyone here who hasn't kissed my wife? Yeah, you.
Yeah, that's so
As
sad.
Napoleon fell madly in love with his new wife,
Aw.
she fell madly in love with a man named Hippolyte. It wouldn't
Who
be
the
long,
fuck?
however, before Napoleon would leave home and go to war. Because
Oh.
while France was having its revolution, tensions in Europe were rising. Hey, Austria, you'll never guess what we just did. What's that, France? I got 2 words for you. Revolution. We totally just socked it to our monarchy. What? Dude, the rest of us are monarchies. You've just totally threatened the balance of power in Europe. Now we have to worry about our stinky peasants rising up against us. I mean, holy hell, your queen is... Okay, France, this is pretty awkward. And the rest of Europe is probably itching to give you a wedgie. But you're not ready for a war yet. So you gotta be cool, man. It's absolutely crucial that you say something to defuse the situation right now. Preposterous!
Blasphemy.
I declare war.
You know, I wasn't fucking prepared for him to say that, but maybe I should have expected it. I'm dead.
Sacre bleu! So France ended up at war with basically the rest of Europe.
What
and the
the
war of the
fuck?
First Coalition began.
Oh
At
my
first,
God.
France struggled, but then they started to do surprisingly well. And in many conquered territories, they began to establish sister republics, exporting
Holy
their
shit.
revolutionary ideas across Europe. In 1796, they planned a 3-pronged attack to take Vienna and knock Austria out of the war, with 2 magnificent
Dang.
armies in the north to kick ass, and Napoleon in the south as a bit of a diversion. For the first time, Napoleon would lead a military campaign. This
Well, good
was
for
his
you,
chance
Napoleon.
to prove himself, to be somebody. And
So
what
proud
a
of him.
general he proved to be. The army he was given were demoralized, lacking equipment, and underpaid. But Napoleon galvanized them with inspirational speeches, and he took them into Italy. He was outnumbered, and his campaign was partially meant to be a sideshow, but he made it the main show. While the 2 northern armies were being held back,
Holy crap, he's a
Napoleon
main
made
character.
staggering progress. In a signature Napoleon move, he masterfully split his enemies into 2 and took them on separately, knocking Sardinia out of the war and
Holy
putting
shit.
the Austrians on
Chills.
the run. At the famous Battle of Lodi, he was in the fray, aiming the cannons himself, getting covered in mud, and earning the total respect of his men. They respected him so much that when he ordered an almost suicidal assault on the only bridge in town, his men threw themselves at it and took it despite fierce
Wow.
Austrian resistance. For Napoleon, it was all he needed to confirm that he was the greatest human who had ever existed. Wow, Napoleon.
Holy shit, that aura is so fucking cool, dude. That's like the time in Attack on Titan when Eren convinced everyone to run into the monster Titan. You know, the one that looked like a furry?
You're pretty great at this military stuff. Just be careful your head doesn't get too big. What did you just say to me, you little prick? And as Napoleon swept through
Someone.
northern Italy, the Italians cheered his arrival. Yes, I'm here to liberate you from your cruel Austrian oppressors. And replace them with French ones. Napoleon plundered as he went, sending riches back to France to help its economy, but also paying his men the first real money they'd seen in years. The Pope had been supporting the Austrians, so Napoleon briefly went to go give him a slap. And as he began to approach Vienna, the exhausted Austrians were forced to make peace. With Napoleon overseeing negotiations himself,
holy crap,
he had just single-handedly knocked Austria out of the war. And by the way,
wow,
he was only 28, so maybe it's about time you moved out of your dad's attic.
What the fuck? He's gonna give me a life crisis, dude. I don't even fucking have a real job yet. And this man's conquering countries.
In the Italian territories he had conquered, Napoleon established new French sister republics, even writing constitutions and organizing governments himself. Not something a general generally does. When he got back to France, he was hailed as a hero.
They should make a musical, dude.
The unpopular government were concerned he might get some power-hungry ideas, so they agreed he should go far away from France to Egypt, where he could maybe undermine British access to India. Napoleon was eager to win more glory, so he brought with him a team of scholars, and he was like, whoa, it's a freaky man-cat. Whoa, it's a big stick. Whoa, it's an ugly horse. Whoa, it's a stumpy little manlet. Hey, I'm actually average height for the time.
No!
But then British Admiral Nelson came down and wrecked his fleet, and an Anglo-Ottoman force defeated him at Acre, so Napoleon abandoned his men and went back to France. His campaign in Egypt hadn't gone quite as planned. But one thing you should know about Napoleon was that he was a skilled propagandist. He published his own newspapers that sometimes exaggerated his achievements, and even commissioned paintings that generally made him look cool. So when he...
What the fuck? Wait, what? Napoleon just be lying! And he also respects his artists. He got commissions? Holy crap. This is like the equivalent of me commissioning myself with nice tits.
Returned to Paris, he was yet again hailed as a hero, and he began to get some power-hungry ideas. First, however, he had a bit of a problem to deal with. See, he had learned something shocking about his dear wife. Really, Josephine? This guy? I'm just as tall as him. I'm sorry, I swear. Now that you're becoming famous, I'll never do it again. Make sure you don't. I've never stooped so low as to cheat on you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be in this room consulting my generals for the next 30 minutes. And by consulting, I mean boinking. By my generals, I mean this woman. And by 30 minutes, I mean 2 seconds.
What? What does he do in 2 seconds? How do you nut in 2 seconds?
Having dealt with his wife, Napoleon was then approached by a very influential politician who said he had an idea. He wanted to stage a coup against the deeply unpopular government and needed the extremely popular Napoleon's help. And Napoleon thought that was just the darn tootinest idea. The plan was to trap the government and convince them to voluntarily give up their power. And here's how they did it. Hey guys, oh my gosh, quick! There's a dangerous Jacobin plot to overthrow you, which we definitely aren't just making up. Better get inside this cage so we can protect you. Okay. Gentlemen, we got him.
Are you serious?
In this case, the cage was an isolated palace outside of Paris, with no one around but Napoleon and his army. With the government inside, Napoleon then entered, and a pretty chaotic event ensued, during which the government didn't seem entirely sure what was going on, Napoleon's men didn't seem entirely sure what was going on, and Napoleon himself didn't seem entirely sure what was going on. But thankfully, Napoleon's brother Lucien, president of the lower house, managed to regain control, and the remaining councilmen were intimidated into creating a new constitution. And thus, a new government was formed, this time with 3 consuls in charge. But after Napoleon did some rewriting, in the end, there was really only one man in charge, the first consul, him.
I'm dead.
And over the next few years, he worked to consolidate even more power, and essentially became a dictator in total control of France.
What the fuck? Napoleon was a dictator? What? I just thought he conquered. Wait, that's crazy. Did the other people know how to read and write? How did Napoleon able to write like such a like? How did he write it without getting past all his friends? At age 31, I'm a bum, dude.
By the way, he was only 30, so maybe it's about time you washed your disgusting bedsheets.
Yo, shut up.
Ruled by possibly the greatest military leader of the time. Possibly the greatest? Or definitely? Well, now is his chance to prove it. See, back when Napoleon was still in Egypt, being Indiana Jones. Back home, France was in France, being France. They had conquered even more territory, and they were like, hey Piedmont, you get revolutionary ideals. Hey Switzerland, you get revolutionary ideals. And Rome, you get revolutionary ideals.
Kinda cute, this animation.
Everybody gets revolutionary. Oh, hey guys,
I love revolution.
Nice sledgehammers. And Naples, Very cool nail gun. You guys here to get some revolutionary ideas?
No!
As France was still spreading the revolution, and with Napoleon busy in Egypt, the European powers felt the time was right for round 2, and the War of the Second Coalition began. And this time, their big bad boy buddy Russia was here to bang some French boys back to Bordeaux. And bang them, they did. France got blasted. But then Russia pulled out after stalling in Switzerland, and now that Napoleon was in charge of the country, he was ready to start blasting right back. He took command of the Army of the Reserve, and he brought the fight to the Austrians. Now, there are many traits that made Napoleon a great military leader. I already mentioned one of them, how he was one of the boys and commanded the total loyalty of his men. But now we see a second reason, the element of surprise. In 1800, Napoleon moved to Geneva, and it looked like he was probably going to take on the Austrian forces in Germany. There's no way he'd be crazy enough to move his entire army south through the Alps as a surprise attack on the Austrians besieging Genoa.
Holy shit.
Napoleon's moving his entire army south through the Alps as a surprise attack on the Austrians besieging Genoa. Napoleon's crossing of the Alps is legendary, and you may have seen one of the most famous paintings of the general, popping a sick wheelie on his majestic stallion surrounded by dangerous mountain terrain. Of course, in real life, he made the crossing on a depressed mule, but that's not as cool. When he emerged in Italy, the Austrians expected him to come break their siege, but Napoleon went for their supply line near Milan, forcing the Austrians to meet Napoleon head-on at the famous Battle of Marengo. The Austrians initially clobbered the outnumbered French, and they were like, hooray, we won. But then a few hours later, Napoleon showed up again with an even bigger army, and he clobbered them right back. Holy cow, this tiny little fun-sized French guy is running rings around us.
Hey! I'm average height for the time, you jerk!
Then, after
Was Napoleon 3 feet? Why is everyone making fun of his height? It sounds like he's very strategic, though.
General Moreau's victory at Hohenlinden, Vienna was exposed, and the Austrians again sued for peace. Just like the War of the First Coalition, the Second Coalition ended in another French victory. But in many ways, they both felt more like Napoleon victories. Only the UK remained at war with Napoleon, and they were using their powerful navy to blockade French ports and were even seizing the cargoes of neutral ships. Obviously, everyone else got pretty pissed off that the British were interfering with their trade. So in response, they formed a league, and they embargoed the UK right back. Neutral countries protecting their own interests? That's offensive. So Britain went to Copenhagen and blew a bunch of stuff up, and the league disbanded. But because the UK's economy was pretty bust, they decided to sign a treaty with France in 1802. For the first time in a long time, Europe was at peace. Congratulations, sire. You've achieved peace. Yes, Pierre, but not for long. I still don't trust those dirty Brits. Did you hear they've been calling me the Bony Man? What does that even mean? Keep an eye on them, would you? I can't,
twink.
Sire. Why not? Because they use NordVPN. How would you like to spend 12 hours a day on your favorite website ever without the fear of your data being stolen? Then you need NordVPN. NordVPN has thousands of secure servers in 59 countries, allowing you to safely surf the net at the fastest possible speed, while staying away from online threats, thanks to the anti-malware tool, CyberSec.
So funny.
NordVPN comes with a 30-day
Napoleon was winning
money-back
the war,
guarantee, and now you can take
British
advantage of their new password manager,
Are you serious?
NordPass, and new encrypted cloud storage solution, NordLocker.
5'5"?
NordVPN lets you search for better deals in other territories, and unlock content not available in your country, like some oversimplified videos, for example. It's incredibly easy to use. With just a click of a button, you can head up to Canada and watch some sweet Canadian TV, just like that. Go to nordvpn.com/oversimplified to get a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month with a huge discount. That's nordvpn.com/oversimplified. And as always, you'll be supporting my channel. So thank you.
Hell yeah.
Now where were we? Oh yeah. Crossing the Alps.
I need to take a potty break really quick. Thank you guys so much for watching the Napoleon Wars with me. I will be back in about just 1 minute. For the editors watching this, do make sure you cut this out. I'm sure you will though, but I'm gonna need a... I gotta pee! I gotta potty! I'm gonna explode! Whoa, back away, I have a car, Alright, be right back, chat, be right back. Oh shit.
Dude, what the fuck? You're crazy! You're crazy!
Does my face go crazy if I scream into my mic? Like,
let's do it!
Let's go. Alright, let's go. No, I wasn't gonna kill you, but I was gonna flush you. And you get poop all over you.
And poop Your stick.
What? No, I like poop. And I like you. So why not? I'm sorry. See what? Your girlfriend? She's not real, huh? I'm sorry, I'll never be a piece of shit again. I'll never be a piece of shit again. La 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 la. Rezel, welcome Alexander, welcome Resnick, welcome Grim, welcome Armchair, and I think it's everyone here today. Don't look at my titties, they don't exist. Stop! I'm gonna fucking shit on you, Chosen. Open your fucking mouth and I will shit diarrhea, period blood all over your fucking mouth and you will choke and die on it. And while you're gasping for air, the last thing you will see is my ass cheeks. Actually, I don't know. Oh no, that was beautiful. Wow, I'm so honored and touched. Thank you guys so much for I don't know. I love my community a lot in a non-parasocial way. Stay away, you freaks. But the non-freaks, you guys are chilled. Oh, my weapon. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm going to come. No. I'm gonna come to a better place, not nut. Sorry, I see a pink rat according to stream. Have you ever smelled rat piss? Because I can do you a favor, Luna. Do you want me to pee? You're number 2, Kipper. You don't want to be
I didn't click. It was not that I said it was control. It wasn't me.
I'm putting my dick in your mom tonight.
Jesus
Fuck, what is that? Thank you, Howdy. I mean, sorry, Math, for the cum shits. Oh, no! Hello, Moogie, will you bless our poll today? Fuck yeah! Thank you, Moogie. We've never heard Moogie speak before. Moogie, can you bless this, my choke pack? Guys, Mochi! It's been blessed. I got 2 wardens spawned in me! You died from a fuck-ass polar bear. I died from a beast. We are not the same. Sorry. I got very passionate there. There's no stuffing, so I'm gonna kill this guy now. Are you guys ready? That didn't work out like it did in my head. I'm never ever graceful with my words. Sometimes I get worried that like the way I say things, like, oh, it doesn't get the right meaning across. So dude, I'm gonna fucking have sex with the water! Bro, where's the fucking island? Ah! Holy crap, Anonymous, thank you so much for the 5 subs! Thank you! I know what you are, and I know what you want. You want my toes. Oh shit, I don't know why my toes are cum stained, but what the fuck are these shorts? Like, they're kind of embarrassing, bro. Like, oh my god, my shorts make me look like I'm disgusting. And I'm like, am I really that disgusting? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, I can't believe it, chat. I have my first ever figurine. I'm super happy. Holy crap. Which one's the... Okay, I think the face fronting is this way. Oh. I just broke it. Hi, chat. Hi. Welcome back into the stream. Welcome back. I'm interrupting our little react session to show you guys my cat again. Chat, my cat just did the cutest thing ever. She was meowing at me. I was like, what the heck? Why are you meowing? She's like meowing like crazy, right? And then she walks me to her water bowl, right? She spilled her freaking water bowl and there was no more water. So she wanted water, but it wasn't in the bowl anymore because you dropped it. So I filled it up with water and she started drinking it. It was very cute. But yeah, I brought my cat on stream again. Maybe she might talk today. Welcome back, Mochi. Thank you guys for welcoming me back, chat. Thank you. Welcome back. Here we go again. Do you want to talk today? Can I tickle you? Meow. Meow. Oh my god, what the heck? Are you okay? She just burped. She just burped, bro. Did you hear that? You need to take your meds. Stop. I don't know why my cat will meow. Can you meow? Can you meow? Meow. Please meow. Oh my god. I just feel bad. I scammed Neptune. Please meow. Please. You're so cute. I love you. Can you meow? Okay, she don't want to be here. I'm sorry. Meow, yeah. You're so cute. Do you want to talk to chat? Are you looking? Dude, the cat literally, dude, you were just meowing. You're still allergic to my cat? Yeah, I still sneeze a bit, but it's been, if I don't spend too much time with her, it's not that bad. The more I spend, the more I get my nose running and shit, but yeah. Meow, yeah? You want to say anything? You want to say anything? You don't want to say nothing, dude. Meow Meow freaking makes me look fucking crazy. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take her outside. I just broke it! Ah! Secret art rare, mayhaps. I dropped this pack though, but mayhaps. Let's see what it is. What is that? Oh yes, yes, yeah, fuck you. Oh my god, I'm the best. I'm the best. Suck it, suck it, suck it. Get on your knees. Get on your knees right now. Get on your knees now. I'm ready. I'm smoking. I'm smoking. I'm smoking. I used to like bite my toenails. So my toenails are like fucked. They're actually, I'm looking at them right now. They're nasty, bro. Don't hug the machine. I am not gonna fuck the. Hi guys, hi, I'm back. Welcome back to the stream. Okay, you guys ready to continue the Napoleon Wars? Hi everyone, welcome back in. Today my friends bought my cat a little cape. So she has a little wizard cape. It's so cute. It's adorable. It's adorable. One-time NordVPN sponsor. I hope soon. Hi, welcome into the stream, guys. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, let's go ahead and continue the Napoleon Wars. Dude, the cat is rage baiting me. She's real, chat. She really is real. I don't know why she won't talk to me. I don't know why. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and continue the Napoleon Wars. And start. We're back.
Oversimplified. And as always, you'll be supporting my channel. So thank you. Now where were we? Oh yeah. Crossing the Alps, defeating the Austrians, and Europe
Holy.
at peace. What a meteoric rise it had been for the young Corsican. He had just taken charge of a nation that appeared to be losing a war and turned it all around, securing French gains in Europe.
Dude, this guy has such
there was
aura.
now a big question. You see, throughout the chaotic French Revolution, French governments had struggled to keep the economy afloat. They often didn't have a whole lot of support, and they frequently came and went. Would Napoleon finally be the man who could stick around? Military victories were one thing, but could the general also govern? Spoiler alert. Yes. The economy's crumbling?
Yo, she's... Oh my god. I'm gonna cry, chat. Sorry. Sorry, sorry, editors cut this out too. We're gonna play back. Dude, I heard my cat meow. She's meowing at my door. Yes. But the moment I open it and bring her in, she won't say anything. I'm gonna, okay, sorry, this is so important to me right now. Meow meow, you wanna come in? Okay, well, she's not there anymore. Well, fuck, I knew it. I should have ignored it. I should have ignored it, but I hear it. I hear her. I hear her. It's real. Yes, she's real. She's real. I swear to God, chat, she's real. She's real. Okay, alright, we're gonna go ahead and continue. Dude, so far Napoleon sounds like a really cool dude. He's just winning all his wars, and now he can govern? Or according to Oversimplify, he can govern. Let's go ahead and see where this progresses to.
Finally be the man who could stick around. Military victories were one thing, but could the general also govern? Spoiler alert. Yes. The economy's crumbling? Well then why don't you have yourself a new national bank, currency reform, and improved taxation and welfare systems? The legal system is an incoherent mess? Well then why don't we nicely wrap all those civil laws up into one new centralized legal code? Corrupt government officials? Throw them in the trash. Bad infrastructure? Throw it in the trash. Women's rights? Throw them in the trash. Wait, really? Well, yeah, unfortunately, while Napoleon was building on the equality of the revolution, he also largely scaled back rights for certain groups, and husbands had full legal control over their wives. But
no, Napoleon, I thought you were cool. What the fuck? Imagine giving women rights. No, women rights are limp, man.
Come on, ladies. Maybe let men have a slice of the pie for once, okay? Napoleon further reformed education, ensuring a system based on individual ability, meaning now Simeon had to compete with everyone else, and Napoleon could get the cream of the crop to help him run the Republic. But he wasn't just building on the ideas of the revolution. The revolution had led to a lot of chaos, and Napoleon needed stability. So he rolled back a couple things, most notably with religion. The revolution had pretty much kicked the Catholic Church to the curb, but Napoleon understood that since many French citizens still considered themselves Catholic, that could be a problem. So he came to an agreement with the Pope and brought back the Church, only this time with some pretty hefty power limitations. He also ensured freedom for other religions, and is often noted for his positive treatment of Jewish people at a time of widespread anti-Semitism. But while all of this may make Napoleon sound like a pretty stand-up dude, it's good to note that he believed in religious freedom because he thought it was a powerful tool to keep the poor from eating the rich. Or something like that. Overall, Napoleon's aim was to end the chaos.
What the fuck? That's a crazy fucking theory. We have religion so the poor doesn't eat the rich. Like, what? What?
Of the revolution and finally create a stable and prospering French Republic. And in that aim, he seemed to be largely successful and generally popular with the people of France. He officially declared that the revolution is over, adding, I am the revolution. Napoleon's head could be seen for miles. Of course, not everyone was happy with Napoleon's reforms. Conservatives felt he was too radical. Radicals felt he was too conservative. But since Napoleon was a dictator, opposition could usually be stamped out with some good old-fashioned iron fisting. In 1804, Napoleon took one last major step. After some failed attempts were made to assassinate him, he wanted to strengthen his position and ensure his dynasty could live on after him. And so he decided being first consul for life simply wasn't quite enough. He decided he should become emperor. He held a vote, asking the French people if they were cool with the idea, and they returned a definitely not rigged 99.9% in favor.
Dude, what the fuck? Wait, I can't tell. Is he like, does everyone actually love him? Or like, I mean, he seems pretty cool to me, but also he does have a little bit of an ego. But don't you deserve to have an ego if you won your country all your wars? Kind of like, I don't know. History is complex. I like his big nostrils.
Balls on this man. And so on the 2nd of December, 1804, in an elaborate ceremony at Notre Dame, Napoleon was made emperor. The Pope was even invited to attend, and normally he would crown an emperor. But to make sure everyone knew this wasn't some Charlemagne-style circular power division, Napoleon lifted the crown and placed it on his own head.
Holy shit,
like I said,
aura!
the balls on this man. He was now emperor of the French. Well,
That's
Napoleon,
funny.
You were a general, then you became first consul for life, and now you're an emperor. Is it enough yet? Is your ambition finally satisfied?
No.
I don't know, Pierre. What comes after emperor? I would say god, sire. You want to be a god? Yes.
That's not...
I'll put it down under maybe. Okay, everyone. What the hell is going on? This Corsican guy showed up out of nowhere, and he's kicking our ass. He's exporting the ideas of the French Revolution wherever he goes, and he just declared himself king of Italy and emperor. He can't do that. I'm the emperor. Oh, hey, fellow monarchs. I see you're having a monarch party. My invite must have got lost in the mail. I'll just set up a spot right here. Wow. You don't belong here, Napoleon. We're coming to take
so
you
much
down.
balls.
Like
I want
you
his
try.
balls.
Whoa, I'm so scared I just pooed my pants. Hey, everyone. I just pooed my pants.
Me.
No, but I did just poo my pants. Before Napoleon had even declared himself emperor, the British had already redeclared war on France because both sides had been violating their previous treaty. Napoleon immediately occupied Hanover and then began making plans for a great British invasion, partially paid for by selling a huge chunk of land to the United States. Napoleon gathered his army along the English Channel. But here was the problem. While Napoleon's powerful army would almost certainly obliterate the British on land, there was very little chance he'd actually make it across the Channel, because Britannia ruled the waves. This power dynamic would keep the two traditional enemies from engaging in much real direct combat throughout the Napoleonic Wars.
Mistress of the Sea and Master of the Continent. That's pretty good titles.
However, the British had something else up their sleeve. Copious amounts of money. They were willing to throw cash at anyone who would go to war against Napoleon, and there were plenty of takers. Austria...
Wait, what the fuck? What? Dang, where did they get rich from?
Russia, Naples, and Sweden, hoping to put Napoleon's France back in its place, formed a third coalition against France. The coalition forces probably thought that this time they stood a chance. They weren't prepared for the total humiliation they were about to suffer.
That's gonna be so embarrassing.
The War of the Third Coalition was Napoleon at his best. We've already learned two ways in which Napoleon was a great military commander, but here comes one of the biggest reasons. Speed. He had reorganized his army into corps, which were themselves basically small armies. Each had their own infantry, cavalry, and artillery, and as a result, was able to act more independently.
Wow.
They spread out through the countryside, and by living off the land, rather than relying on heavy supply trains, they were able to move extremely quickly.
Wow.
Napoleon would traverse massive distances,
They, like,
outmaneuver
play
his
Minecraft.
enemies, isolate them, and then move in for the kill before they even knew what was going on. Lightning warfare leading to
Wow,
total
so
destruction.
cool.
Would you like to see him do it? Here we go. Part of the coalition's plan was for the Russians to meet up with the Austrians and take on Napoleon together. Combined, they could turn the tide against him, so Napoleon needed to stop them from ever meeting. But he's all the way over in Boulogne. No problem. In a matter of weeks, Napoleon marched 200,000 men
Holy
in
shit.
secret, encircling Austrian General Mack and capturing his entire army. A devastating blow. Napoleon later
Wow.
remarked, "I have destroyed the Austrian
Did they
army
sleep?
by simply marching." Next, he turned to face the approaching Russians. Okay, it looks like the French are coming for us. But check this out. I've got an amazing idea. When they approach, we run away. Sir, you're a genius. The Russians began to
Is that actually a good idea? Also, I was thinking about the portraits in history chat. Do you think these emperors and shit photoshopped themselves? Like maybe gave themselves a bigger ass or something in a painting? I mean, you can do that, right? So maybe, you know, just a thought.
retreat with Napoleon giving chase. And since his tactics relied on quick victories, this could be a problem, especially because the longer the war went on, the more likely it looked other countries may join the coalition against him. But Napoleon knew the Russian Tsar, Alexander I, was young and seeking glory, so he came up with an idea to lure him in. He sent him a message. What does it
Ooh.
say?
Email.
It says, "Hello, I'm just a little baby boy, and I'm very scared." Are you talking like that, or is he? He is, sir. Why is he doing that? I don't know, but it's very cute, helpless, and vulnerable. A little baby boy, eh? Very scared, eh? Cute, eh? Boris, get my crossbow. We're going hunting. The Allied forces
What
turned to
the
face
fuck?
Napoleon, who they now believed was in a vulnerable position. He was set up
Oh my god, they got catfish, dude. So he tells freaking Alexander, "I'm weak and feeble." He's like, "Oh, you must be weak and feeble." So they go together to get their world rocked. Cinema, dude.
at Austerlitz, and to make it look like he was retreating, he had even evacuated the high ground. A thick fog set in, obscuring
Wow.
Napoleon's center as the Allies took the
He's
bait
so smart,
and
what the
set up on
fuck?
the heights. From there, they spotted Napoleon's very weak-looking right flank, and they descended the heights to go get it. Little did they know, it was exactly what Napoleon was hoping they'd do. The next thing they knew, a large French force was emerging from the fog, launching a huge central assault up the hill.
Holy shit,
They
that
swung
must be
around,
scary.
crushing the Allies. And as men attempted to flee across the frozen lakes, Napoleon ordered his artillery to fire on the ice, causing an unknown number to drown. But
Wow.
he told me he was just a little baby boy. What happened? He tricked you, sir. You mean I was the little baby boy all along? It was Napoleon's
Tragic.
masterpiece, and Austria were once again forced to make peace with France. Then, with the French conquest of Naples in 1806, the War of the Third Coalition ended as yet another Napoleon victory.
Oh my god, his win rate is 100%. Isn't that crazy?
This was the third time Napoleon
What the
had to
fuck?
give Austrian Emperor Francis a good spanking. And so, with the peace treaty in 1805, Napoleon was determined to punish him. He was forced to give up territory, hand over significant compensation, and promised
Be like
never
that.
to fight Napoleon again. For now, Russia, Sweden, and the UK remained at war with France, but none were able to offer much of a threat. And so, Napoleon got to work strengthening his grip over Europe. He gave out rule of captured territories to his family and friends, and most notably, he established a new confederation in Germany, with himself as its protector. Seeing his influence in Germany being wiped away, Emperor Francis acknowledged reality and officially dissolved the Holy Roman Empire, an entity
wow.
that had existed for over 1,000
Sad.
years. But it wasn't all good news for Napoleon. For one thing, Spain had earlier allied with France in 1804 because the British just couldn't help themselves from blowing up Spanish ships, and Napoleon hoped a combined French-Spanish fleet would eventually be able to invade England. Unfortunately,
I'm
he
dead.
received word that British Admiral Nelson had engaged his fleet at Trafalgar. Normally, naval battles looked like this, but in this case, Nelson did this. Was it because he was an
Whoa.
idiot? No, it's because he was a genius. He successfully punched through the Franco-Spanish line and unleashed hell. His victory ensured British control of the sea, and his death during the battle made him a legend.
What the fuck? The British be crazy, bro. Dang, bro. They take their ship trade for real.
Napoleon's hopes for a future British invasion were gone. But not just
Damn.
that. Napoleon was also hoping to secure peace on the continent, but that wasn't looking likely because the Prussian king was under pressure from his wife. Frederick,
His wife?
he's established a confederation in our turf, and he told us he'd give us Hanover, but then offered it to the British. You have to declare war on him. What is it with you and war? What is it with you and being a cupcake? Go to war! Okay. In October 1806, Prussia,
wife?
with its famed military tradition, joined the coalition and declared war, beginning the War
Oh my
of the
gosh.
Fourth Coalition. Unfortunately,
Again?
Prussian King Frederick William III wasn't the smartest tool in the shed. Look at him over there, being all French. Makes me sick. Boys, we'll get him this time. But here's the thing. This time, we have to stick together. Do not under any circumstances face Napoleon by yourself. You all saw what happened to Austria. Hey, where'd Fred go? Hey, you jerk. Think you're some kind of big shot? Huh? Wanna tangle with Fred? You don't got the cojones. We're screwed. Without consulting its allies, Prussia had gone ahead and sent Napoleon an ultimatum, demanding he move all his forces out of Germany.
What the
Now,
fuck?
some of you watching this video probably can't even wipe your
Me.
own bum-bum yet. But even you know, you don't just send Napoleon an ultimatum. Obviously, Napoleon went in for the kill. Prussia's army was quite outdated, so when they met Napoleon at the twin battles of Jena and Auerstedt, it wasn't even close. Even Marshal Davout's heavily outnumbered corps at Auerstedt sent the Prussians running, and Napoleon carried out a ruthless pursuit of his fleeing enemy, taking Berlin and within a single month decimating the Prussian forces. Frederick
Well-
William and the remnants of his army moved to the east. At this point, Napoleon's forces were pretty tired. Winter had come, and conditions were miserable. He anticipated both sides would settle into winter quarters, but Russia decided to try their hand at an unexpected winter attack.
No.
A series of brutal battles followed that took a heavy toll on both sides, including the vicious Battle of Eylau, fought in blizzard conditions.
Wait, bro, it's Christmas time. Why are we fighting? What the fuck?
Men froze to death, and many deserted. The Russian artillery tore the French
Well,
to
Christmas in
shreds,
February,
and Napoleon
but-
himself was momentarily under risk of being captured. In the end, the French army was saved thanks to a legendary cavalry charge by Napoleon's flamboyant cavalry commander, Murat. After the horror
makes it
inflicted on
flamboyant?
both
What?
sides, they decided it might be a good idea not to do any more fighting until after winter. Then, after winter came, and the fighting continued. The Russians were pushed back to Friedland, where Russian General Bennigsen made a bit of a blunder by positioning himself with the Aller River to his back. The French artillery were able to pin the Russians between the river and their concentrated gunfire, a major element in Napoleon's fighting style, and many Russians
Guns.
drowned as they tried to escape. War of the Fourth Coalition. Victory, Napoleon.
Holy! Oh my god. When does Napoleon lose, bro? His final arc must go crazy. That was crazy, chat. Okay, well, I don't know. I wasn't expecting a win. It sounded like the winter was hard. Alright, well, Napoleon once again won another battle. Let's go ahead and watch the Napoleon Wars Part 2, and we'll finish it off today. But let's see the next part. This is such a good story. Imagine it happened in real life. Shut up, chat. Shut up. Britain's anthem is literally Britain ruling their waves. That's pretty cool. Napoleon General is also pretty neat. Damn, history is so cool, dude. What the heck?
This video was made possible by
I would not say that now. What? Wait, what did I say? Napoleon won another battle. Yeah, he's won everything. Okay, so this video is sponsored by Honey. Ooh, how long ago was this? Didn't Honey get canceled?
This video was made possible by Honey. Install now for free using the link below and start saving money when you shop online.
Ooh, Honey.
After the
Fallout,
Third and
man.
Fourth Coalition Wars, Napoleon had decisively defeated all three of his main
Yes.
rivals on the continent, and he was now undoubtedly the master of Europe. After the
Holy, bro. Aura. Coco, thank you so much for the raid. Hi, Coco. Welcome into the stream. Come in. Hi, Elijah. Welcome into the stream as well. Hi, Coco. And hello, brats. It's nice to meet you guys. You guys don't know who I am. My name's Mochi. I'm sorry, Mochi. I see fresh out the fridge. And today we're watching the Napoleon Wars. How are you doing today, Coco? Did you have a good stream? And thank you guys so much for coming in, Raiders. Welcome in. Prepare the canyons. It's It's okay. Maybe we don't have to shoot the brats if Coco will give me a kiss. I will. That's my treaty I offer her. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing on this fine Saturday night? Welcome in. Blast the raiders with cannons. Hold up. We see if the treaty goes through. I want a kiss. Yes, the treaty has gone. All right, no war. I'm gonna make out of her now. Mwah, 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 mwah. Mwah. It's Coco. She's 1000% down. Good. She's hot. I ready to run. I need a shower to make me play League. Ah! Ah! You let me kiss you after you played League? How dare you? How fucking dare you? I got trapped! And now I'm poisoned. This is fucking awful, bro. This is the worst day of my life. Holy crap. I'm gonna go back to watching War now. Let's go continue. I gotta sanitize my mouth with alcohol. You have another reason to shower too, Mochi. Oh, Tosan, it's Saturday. Saturday's the one day I get to skip showering. Okay, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and play now. Let's continue.
Battle of Friedland. His enemies sued for peace, and they all met on a raft on a river for negotiations. They had been fighting for the past 4 years, but now Napoleon and Alexander surprisingly got along like a house on fire. They laughed together. They chatted long into the night. They kissed. The two had a lot of mutual respect, and Napoleon even told his wife that if Alexander were a woman, I would make him my mistress.
What the fuck? Yaoi in the 1860s, bro? What the fuck? Yaoi?
Kind of a weird thing to say to your wife, Napoleon. In the end, they came to an amicable agreement. Russia would lose barely any land, and in return, they'd join France against the UK and invade Sweden. Win-win.
Okay.
On the other hand, Frederick William III was sidelined, and Prussia lost an enormous amount of territory to French client states. Only the UK remained as the last major threat to Napoleon, and they continued to be a big thorn in his side, constantly funding his enemies and using their powerful navy to wreak havoc on French trade and overseas colonies.
Dang.
But what could Napoleon do? The British were safe across the channel. Well, he said, if I can't fight you with guns, I'll fight you with money. Earlier in 1806, Napoleon had announced the Continental System, a total shutoff of the UK from continental trade. No one in Europe was to trade with Britain, and Napoleon hoped that by hitting their economy, he could force them to negotiate. The British economy did take a hit, and they responded in their typical fashion by going to Copenhagen and blowing a bunch of stuff up. But in general, the British managed to stay afloat by simply increasing their trade with other parts of the world. Many neutral countries found themselves stuck between a rock and a hard place as the two European superpowers demanded they cease trade with the enemy. Hey, America, you better not trade with the French, or else I'll come burn down the White House. What? This is gonna wreck my economy. I need to start saving money. How the heck am I gonna start saving money? Yeah, that's right. You know where this is going. Do you like shopping in store? Of course not. Then you'd have to get up and use your legs.
Oh my god.
Gross. Well, what if I told you could save money doing your shopping from the comfort of your own outhouse, allowing you to upgrade your outhouse to a porta potty? Go you. Honey is a free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it can find to your cart.
This is tragic.
12 liters of hair gel
Tragic.
so I can look my
this
best.
aged like
I just
milk.
click this button.
Well,
and Jiminy Crickets.
I would
Honey
skip it, but it's too late now.
$40. Honey is completely free and has found over
Don't get Honey,
years
it's a
over
fucking
$403,000 in savings.
I can skip
so
the
far.
ad. Oh.
So seriously, why haven't you at Simplified / over Copenhagen? Oh yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Making peace with the Russians, a continental blockade, and blowing up Copenhagen.
Oh, don't get Honey
Sick
Chat.
of being blown up for doing almost nothing. And under significant pressure from Napoleon, the Danish officially sided with France. But Napoleon's blockade had the biggest effect on continental Europe, who were now cut off from a major trading partner, one that controlled the seas and held a rich, growing empire. And a lot of countries didn't fully comply. Portugal, a traditional British ally, refused to take part. No problem. Napoleon sent an army and invaded. But it wasn't just Portugal.
What the
Many
fuck?
of Napoleon's allies
Is that the Napoleon special, bro? Invasion?
were also suspect. Your Majesty, it seems that Spain isn't properly enforcing your blockade. Spain? Why not? Well, it appears they've been trying to find a way out of being your ally since they lost their fleet at Trafalgar. What is with these people? It's almost like everyone's only pretending to be my ally because they know otherwise I'd beat them up. Do I even have any real friends? Are you my friend, Pierre? Say yes or I'll slap you. Napoleon had come to mistrust his ally to the
Me.
south. And in particular,
Oh,
Napoleon
no.
thought the Spanish royal family were an incompetent mess. All right, Carlos, you've got to get it together. How can I trust you when all you do is go hunting? Meanwhile, you let this ambitious nobody who dislikes me run the country. And you seem to be the only person in the universe who doesn't realize he's boinking your wife. And what's worse...
Yo!
Who the heck are you? I'm the king's son. I just overthrew my dad. So, actually, now I'm the king. You people are the biggest cluster of shameless, narcissistic idiots and all around just the worst people I've ever met. Here, have a Kid's Choice Award. French forces, many having conveniently
Where the fuck did the Kids' Choice Awards come from?
already entered Spain to invade Portugal, occupied Spanish forts, and Napoleon invited the Spanish royals to
Dang.
France to help mediate their differences.
Yo,
All right.
Dr. Phil?
We're here with the royal family of Spain. So, Fernando, you've been accused of plotting against your father and vying for the Spanish throne. What do you have to say for yourself? Well,
Wait, what the fuck? Napoleon was a therapist too? Wow. A man of all trades.
Napoleon, I just
That's
think great. Well, I've got the test results right here. Fernando, in the case of the Spanish throne, you are not the king.
Hit him up.
And Carlos, you are also not the king.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm
What?
the king.
He can do that?
Actually, Napoleon made his brother the king, but for all intents and purposes, Spain was now his puppet. He expected the Spanish people to be over the moon at the removal of their unpopular royal family. Imagine his surprise when it turned out that people don't really like to be subjugated by a foreign power, least of all one who had previously attacked the Catholic Church. And so the people of Spain revolted.
Uh-oh.
Brutal fighting broke out as bands of armed Spaniards ambushed French troops
Yo,
across the kingdom.
they don't
and
fuck
vicious
around.
atrocities were committed on both sides. In addition to fighting the regular Spanish and Portuguese forces, the French had to contend with tens of thousands of guerrilla fighters throughout the Spanish countryside. The British even took the opportunity to land an army led by the future Duke of Wellington.
What the fuck?
And now, British forces were defeating French ones on land. Napoleon briefly went to Spain in person, and he did drive back the Allied armies, but before long, his attention was needed elsewhere. The whole thing became a nightmare for the
Damn.
emperor. He excelled at traditional
This guy needs some mitosis, bro. It looks like anytime he shows up, he does win the battle, though.
warfare, but this was something more akin to Napoleon's Vietnam.
Oh, the guerrilla
whole conflict would keep
wars.
hundreds of thousands of French soldiers and resources bogged down for years. Napoleon was never
Damn.
able to break the will of the Spanish people, and this problem weakened his position in Europe.
Oh, no.
Hey, Francis, want to go to war with Napoleon again? Oh, I don't know, Britain. He's already whomped me 3 times. I'll give you a bazillion pounds. Well, okay. Seeing that Napoleon was now caught up in Spain, and with some British funding, Austria decided maybe, just maybe, this time they'd have a
Again?
chance.
I'm dead.
So did they? No. Napoleon defeated them
Dude,
in
are you
just 4
serious?
months. It was quick, but it wasn't exactly easy. The Austrians had been watching Napoleon and learning, and they had made some reforms, while Napoleon, after
Oh.
years of war, was increasingly having to rely on inexperienced conscripts. So this time, the Austrians gave him a
dead.
run for his money. The Fifth Coalition saw some of the bloodiest battles to date, including Napoleon's first major
Dang.
defeat. And when he did finally defeat the Austrians at the Battle of Wagram, it was a very costly victory. Still, Napoleon had yet again kicked Francis's butt, and as part of the peace
Dude, they gotta, like, do something.
Austria lost a bunch more land. Not long after,
Ooh.
however, Napoleon and Francis came to another agreement. It was decided that Napoleon would marry Francis's young daughter.
What the
But wait,
fuck?
doesn't Napoleon already have a wife?
Yeah.
Well, yes, he did. Josephine and Napoleon had become quite fond of one another, but now that Napoleon was playing the monarch game, he needed a male heir, and his aging wife wasn't giving him one, so it was out with the old and in with the new.
Yo!
At least he didn't behead anyone. For Austria, they felt that if Napoleon was going to keep on
I don't
winning,
know.
they may as well be on his side. So through the marriage, Napoleon got an alliance with Austria and a beautiful baby potato. Between the failing blockade against Britain, the ongoing war
Dang.
in Spain, and now his recent struggles in Austria, cracks in Napoleon's invincibility were beginning to show. But still,
Dang.
look at this map. So blue, so beautiful. Even Sweden, after being pulverized by Russia, overthrew their king, and after an interesting chain of events, ended up putting one of Napoleon's own marshals in charge. Marshal Bernadotte took the name Karl Johan and became Crown Prince of Sweden after agreeing to join Napoleon's continental system. For now, Sweden was Team France. Napoleon
Okay.
was on top of the world. He had won an endless
doing that
string
for
of
hours.
victories. All he had to do now was sit
What's a Pennsylvania War?
back and not make any major miscalculations that could completely turn the tide of war. So let's see what comes next.
Why? Why are you invading
France's alliance
Russia?
with Russia was a terrifying prospect. Together, the two could have been unstoppable. But unfortunately, the alliance didn't last. The Russians felt they weren't
No.
getting a fair deal. Napoleon's Duchy of Warsaw right on their doorstep was a bit of an insult. And then their economy began to tank because of Napoleon's British blockade. And eventually, they
Damn.
began to open up trade. Your Majesty, it seems Alexander is no longer abiding by the continental
his
system and has
bestie.
begun trading with the British. Alexander? But he kissed me. He kissed you? You wouldn't get it, Pierre. No one would ever kiss you. The security of
No.
Napoleon's empire depended on removing the British threat, and he wasn't happy with Russia's backdoor shenanigans. And so in 1812, Napoleon decided to go to war. He gathered together the most massive army Europe had ever seen, made up of troops
What
from
the
every corner of his
fuck?
empire, and he prepared to invade.
No way, why did he team up with Russia to beat Britain? Or I guess they couldn't figure out the ocean shit? What if they made more land? Like filled it up with dirt? Okay, I'll stop talking.
Okay, it looks
I'm
like
not a
Napoleon's
general.
coming for us. Generals, I need ideas. We could stand and fight. No, that's stupid. You're stupid. We could run away. You're a star. You'll remember Napoleon's tactics relied on astonishing speed to outmaneuver his enemy and force a quick, decisive battle. Well, I've got two words for you. Scorched earth. If his opponent retreated while scorching the earth, his men couldn't live off the land. And if his men couldn't live off the land, he needed his
Ooh.
supply trains. And if he needed his supply trains, he couldn't move quickly.
That's
and if he couldn't move
smart.
quickly, he couldn't outmaneuver his enemy. And if he couldn't outmaneuver his enemy, I think you get the point. Napoleon launched his invasion and hoped for a quick
Oh,
battle. But all he could do
dang.
was try to catch the retreating Russians while moving deeper and deeper into hostile territory.
That's-
As he went,
ooh.
the horribly hot summer devastated his army. His men died of heat, exhaustion, and disease. Supplies began to run out, and his men began to
Yo!
starve. Many
This is the
deserted,
end.
and still the Russians continued to retreat. Numerous times, Napoleon considered turning back, but that little voice in his head kept on telling him, keep going, just a little further. And don't worry, you're definitely average height for the time. He nearly caught the Russians at Smolensk, but it was his birthday, so he had a party instead.
Are
When
you
he finally
serious?
reached Moscow, he predicted the Russians wouldn't be willing to give up such a historic and holy city without a fight. And he was right. The Russians finally turned to face him for the single deadliest day of the Napoleonic Wars, the Battle of Borodino. The Russians fought valiantly, and as he got older, Napoleon's battle tactics seemed to become a little less refined and a little more run straight at the enemy, try not to die. He launched a full
Yo,
frontal
what the
assault at
fuck?
the Russian defenses,
He's
and as a
aging.
result, the death toll was colossal. The Russians eventually decided to retreat, leaving Moscow to fall into Napoleon's hands. Quick, the French are taking the city. Release all these prisoners immediately and tell them to burn it to the ground. Well, Jimmy the
Well.
arsonist, you are not going to believe your luck. Moscow went up in
What?
flames, and as Napoleon
Holy
entered,
shit.
it became very clear his army wouldn't be able to stay there very long. But he had just defeated the Russian army and taken their most beloved city. In his mind, he had won. So
Oh,
he sent Tsar
no.
Alexander in St. Petersburg a letter. Your Imperial Majesty, Napoleon requests your surrender. How shall I respond? You shan't, Dmitri. Ever? Ever. But, Your Majesty, it will be winter soon. The French forces are stuck 500 miles into Russian
Wait, is Alexander just gonna ghost his bestie? What?
territory with dwindling supplies. If we don't say anything, well, then they'll all die. Oh! After waiting for a response for about a month, the first snow of winter began to fall, and Napoleon sensed the catastrophe that was about to unfold. He
Oh,
decided their only
no.
choice now was to get out. And that's when it happened. It got cold. Stupid cold. His glorious
Holy
invasion
shit,
had just
Russia.
become a race for survival. As the Russians realized the French were fleeing for their lives, they began to close in on their supply line. Men froze to death, their horses as well.
That's so
There was
bad.
starvation and disease. The injured and dying could only be left by the side of the road, as it was too slow to try to carry them. And all along the way, the dreaded Russian Cossacks stalked the bleeding French army, and every now and then swept in for a quick attack. Napoleon,
the fuck?
fearing capture, kept a vial of poison around his neck. At one point, the Russian armies nearly trapped him against the Berezina River, but a little Napoleon cleverness gave him the old Geoffrey Juke, tricking them into thinking he was going south and then escaping across rapidly built pontoon bridges to the north. When the Russians realized where he was and began to close in, the French burned the bridges before everyone could cross. Hundreds drowned and thousands were captured. At this
That's
point, Napoleon got
crazy.
wind of plots against him forming in Paris, so he abandoned his men and went back to France. The remaining
You
French
serious?
stragglers made it across the border.
Dang.
It's been
That's
estimated over
brutal.
600,000 men went into Russia.
F.
Less than 100,000 returned.
Holy shit, dude, the original ghosting. Getting ghosted, oh my god, getting ghosted ruined his life, literally. Dang. I don't know how you waited a month for a message. Oh, I mean, I guess there was like text though. I'm like, if I don't get a text back in a day, like I forget about it.
Napoleon was now in a very precarious situation. His army had just been obliterated, and the other European leaders smelled blood. Here was an opportunity to take advantage of a weakened Napoleon, regain territory and influence, and liberate Europe from his dirty French paws. And so, they began to turn. Prussia soon broke their
Oh,
alliance and
no.
switched sides, while Austria declared neutrality. Even Sweden, led by one of Napoleon's old marshals, joined the Allies, partly due to Napoleon's earlier invasion
the
of
fuck?
Swedish Pomerania. The War of the Sixth Coalition had begun.
The six.
The coalition
damn.
forces had been reforming their armies, and they were now much better. And the UK had also significantly amped up its financial aid to its
Dude, when is the UK gonna be broke, bro? They're made of money.
continental allies. Their armies quickly advanced through Poland
Damn.
and into Germany. In Paris, Napoleon was understandably freaking out. He needed to put together a new army fast, and he called up over 100,000 new conscripts, mostly teenagers. He also put his factories into overdrive, and he was like, you, make more rifles. You, build new cannons. You,
Oh,
make more
no.
horses. I don't make horses.
Then who makes horses?
Horses make horses.
Explain how.
Well, when a daddy horse and a mommy horse love each other very much.
Yes, go on.
Well,
No.
then the daddy horse...
No.
I'm sorry, Napoleon. You're 43. I thought you'd know this stuff.
Don't touch me.
I'm gonna be sick. As it turned out, Napoleon's lack of
Me.
horses would take the biggest toll on his army, since his
Dude, I literally had to Google how horses breed, but I forgot to put the Minecraft part. So I learned about, like, insert semen and shit.
tactics relied on speed, maneuverability, and destruction. When he took the fight to the Allies
Right
in
at
1813, he did defeat them and sent them running. But lacking cavalry, he was unable to effectively pursue and destroy. He needed horses. For the Allies, being defeated in battle by a man whose army was now full of inexperienced conscripts was concerning. So both sides were like,
suck.
hold up, time out. The Allies were somewhat cornered, and had Napoleon kept going, it's possible he could have won. But instead he agreed to a brief truce with the Austrians mediating between the two sides. When Austria demanded Napoleon make major concessions, Napoleon told them to shove it. Having had their terms rejected, Austria felt now they were justified in saying, well, we tried, and they joined the coalition. Okay, everyone, look at
Yo!
us. The boys are back together, but Napoleon
The
is still
boys again.
dangerous, so we need a plan. Any ideas? Ooh, I know. No, forget it. That's stupid. Oh, no.
Me.
I've got it! When he approaches, we run away. Genius.
Nah, dude. No. No. It's just, it works. The technique works, but it's just so crazy, dude. Again? For the 8th time?
He's a genius. The plan was as follows.
He's a genius.
Wherever Napoleon advanced, whoever he advanced on
I'm
would avoid
screaming.
battle, allowing the others to sweep in from the sides and attack the French marshals guarding his flanks.
Oh
Essentially,
no.
the plan was, don't try to fight Napoleon. And this plan worked tremendously. The Allies scored a number of
Holy
victories
shit.
that saw Napoleon move back to the city of Leipzig, where he would make one last major stand as the Allied armies converged in on him from all sides. The stage was set for the biggest and bloodiest battle of the Napoleonic Wars. The
This
Battle
is
of
crazy.
Leipzig.
You got like 10
Almost
countries against
500,000
him.
troops from over a dozen nations stretched across the battlefield. The French found themselves fighting on all sides for 4 days against the Austrians, Prussians, Swedes, and Russians.
That's
It's no wonder this battle is
crazy.
also sometimes referred to as the Battle of the Nations. The French fought ferociously,
Holy
but
crap.
ultimately were no match for the coordinated efforts of the coalition. At one point, in the midst of battle, Saxon troops allied with the French had a team huddle and were like, hey guys, I'm pretty sure the French are losing. Let's switch sides. And so they
Dude,
did.
I'm
When
dead.
it became clear that Napoleon couldn't win, he ordered a retreat across the only bridge over the river. The Allies swarmed into the city, and desperate fighting raged in the streets.
Yo!
Okay, Corporal, after everyone has crossed the river, I need you to blow up the bridge. Okay? Not before everyone's crossed, after. You got that?
I'm gonna
yes, Colonel, I'm
scream.
not 5. I can comprehend time. Good. Wait. Did he say before or after?
Dead.
Well, fortune favors the bold. The bridge was blown.
Who the fuck is this guy? What?
Early, and 30,000
What an
French
inter.
troops were stranded and captured. A disaster. And with that, the dominoes were beginning to come crashing down on Napoleon. In the
Dang.
south, an army under the British Duke of Wellington had been pushing the French out of Spain for the past few years, and were now crossing into France. Austrian armies had pushed into Italy, while Napoleon's old flamboyant cavalry commander, Murat, who Napoleon had made king of Naples, decided to switch sides. German states, many
dead.
resentful after years under Napoleon's thumb, turned against him, and the Confederation of the Rhine collapsed. Bernadotte invaded Denmark, and they were forced to join the coalition, while the Netherlands were
Dang,
liberated.
bro.
You'd think Napoleon might have seen the writing on the wall, but he was Napoleon, and so instead, he prepared to keep fighting. As attitudes in Paris
Bro, this guy is on so much copium, dude. Me.
were already beginning to turn against him, he called up more conscripts to defend the exhausted nation. As for the Allies, they weren't sure exactly what they were aiming for here. A few peace offers were floated that may have let Napoleon keep his position, but the British kept throwing around even more money, and eventually
the fucking
they all
British.
agreed that the ultimate aim was the deposition of Napoleon entirely. And so, Napoleon embarked on one of his most famous campaigns to defend the homeland. He was completely outnumbered, but the Allied armies had split up and spread out. His army was so small that he could move at lightning speed, and he used this to his advantage.
Holy
In the
crap,
famous 6
back
days
at it
campaign
again.
against Prussian General Blücher, he attacked from all directions and defeated Blücher's forces 4 times, only suffering a
Holy
tenth of the
shit.
casualties he inflicted. Even with his back completely to the wall, Napoleon
Dang.
was still Napoleon. Then he turned south to take on Schwarzenberg's army of Bohemia and enjoyed even more victories. However, Napoleon's problem was that he couldn't be everywhere at once, and wherever he wasn't, the
Dang.
Allies continued to push towards Paris.
Oh,
he
no.
made one last-ditch attempt at moving in behind the enemy lines and cutting off their communications, but Paris was in disarray, and the people were sick of war. One ambitious and slightly treacherous politician sent the Allied armies a letter basically saying, "Hey guys, come on in." And so,
What
they
the
did.
fuck?
The city's defenders surrendered, and as the Allied leaders
No
entered Paris,
way!
the people cheered them as bringers of peace. Paris had fallen. Quick, marshals, gather your men. We're gonna launch an assault on Paris. Where are my marshals? They all left and told me to give you this note.
Holy crap. They
Napoleon's
broke up with
marshals
him.
had realized
via
what he
letter.
hadn't. It was over, and they insisted all that was left now, for the good of France, was for him to abdicate. And without the support of his army, Napoleon had no choice. He hoped his son could take his place, but it was decided instead to restore the old Bourbon monarchy. Old King
This
Louis
guy!
XVI's brother would become the King of France. It was almost like the French Revolution had never even happened. But what will we do
What
with
the
Napoleon?
fuck?
We can't have a hyperactive 44-year-old menace running around reigniting revolutionary ideals and plotting his return. Well, why don't we send him, I don't know, there. The location chosen for Napoleon's exile was the small island of Elba, just off the coast of Italy. Napoleon
Dang.
was to rule over the island, and even got to keep the title Emperor of Elba. The Allies must have been in stitches when they came up with that. When he
What
learned
the
what his fate was to
fuck?
be, he drank the poison he had been keeping around his neck. But it
Dang.
had gone out of date, so instead of a quick and painless death, he got a painful stummy-wummy instead. Before
Holy
he left
shit,
France,
poison can
he
expire?
addressed his oldest and closest guard one last time, making an emotional speech that ended with him kissing their flag. And off he went
What?
to exile. The deal that was given to him was
Dang.
actually quite generous. His family were given titles, he was to receive a state pension from France, and he was able to
Oh.
receive many distinguished visitors, all eager to come and meet the famed emperor. And he ruled over Elba well, improving infrastructure and introducing many legal and social
Oh,
reforms
okay.
aimed at improving life on the island. Hey Napoleon, just coming in to check on how it's all going. Oh,
Oh, I'm surprised. Wow, I'm surprised they didn't just murder him. Wow. Did they just not, I don't know, thought they wanted to win. Well, good for him. He has his own country, I guess.
holy smokes! But it wasn't all good. For one thing, he learned of the death of his first wife, Josephine, and was deeply
No.
saddened. He was forbidden from seeing his son and current wife, and in Austria, Emperor Francis had ordered a local count to seduce her, so she would forget about Napoleon.
Yo.
Then, the new King Louis XVIII refused to give Napoleon his agreed pension. He was under constant
What the
threat
fuck?
of assassination, and there were even rumors that the Allies were thinking of relocating him somewhere even more remote. But the biggest problem was that Napoleon was once the master of Europe. He had lived a thrilling life of adventure, fame, and glory. Now, he found himself on a tiny island in the Mediterranean, and he was bored. Wouldn't it be nice if he could somehow return to France and reclaim his throne? Hey, Napoleon, want to go back to France and reclaim your throne? I would, Pierre. But how? Well, I was thinking we could just take this boat. Will that work? Surprisingly.
What the fuck?
Yes. Pierre,
Are you
remember when I
serious?
told you no one would ever kiss you? Yes, sire. Well, pucker up, boyo.
Dude.
When Napoleon left Elba, it wasn't really the daring escape you might think. He basically had kind of a leaving ceremony, hopped on a ship, and sailed back to France. He brought with
The
him an
cupcakes
army
are
of
cute.
about 1,000 men, and he began his journey to Paris. However, in Paris, there was now a new king, and at first, the people largely accepted him because
you
the
got
last few years
cars.
of war under Napoleon had brought immense death and economic suffering. That's right, the king is back, baby. Divine right to rule. Don't worry, everyone. I know the economy is kaput, but I and my courtiers will withdraw into this palace, and we will definitely work as hard as we can to fix everything.
I'm fucking dead, dude. I'm dead.
Oh yeah, that's why we got rid of the king. As the Bourbon monarchy began to look more and more like a return to the past, and the returning nobility seemed hellbent on regaining their lost privileges, the people weren't too happy. And so, Napoleon hoped that his glorious return would be met with jubilation. In the end, the reaction was a little mixed, but many were happy to see their old emperor. Your Majesty, it seems that Napoleon is back and marching this way with 1,000 men. That guy? No problem. I have hundreds of thousands of men. Send them to arrest him. Your Majesty, it seems the thousands of men we sent to arrest Napoleon have all joined his side. Well, I'm off to Belgium. If you ever
Seriously?
need a king again, be sure to let me know.
He just
As Napoleon
goes?
continued his journey, the king had sent battalions of men to stop him, but they largely comprised of Napoleon's old soldiers, many unhappy
Damn.
with King Louis's military reforms. And so, when ordered to arrest him, they simply couldn't do it. In one
Lamau?
famous incident, the troops began to cry out, "Long live the emperor." When Napoleon reached Paris, with King
Yo,
Louis having
that's
fled,
crazy.
he entered unopposed to reclaim his throne. Napoleon
Okay.
was back from the dead. Okay,
What the fuck? Seriously? Wait, that's crazy. That's kind of funny. What? All right, bring back the old king.
everyone. Now that we've finally gotten rid of that guy, let's try to make sure something like this can never happen again. What's that doing there? Hey, fellow monarchs.
All that war for what?
This time, Napoleon promised he would be a mucho good boy and not start any wars. But the Allied leaders were having none of it. They declared Napoleon an outlaw and the
What the
illegitimate
fuck?
ruler of France. Then, they declared war. Not on France, but on Napoleon himself. And when you have
Just
multiple
Napoleon?
empires declaring war on you as an individual, that's how you know you're a very naughty boy. The Allied powers began making plans to combine their forces and once again invade France.
What the
The most
fuck?
immediate threat to Napoleon
Again?
were the British and
not
Prussians hanging out
tired?
in nearby Belgium. If Napoleon could knock them out quickly, maybe he could force the Allies to negotiate, and maybe he could hold on to his power. Together, the two armies to the north outnumbered him, so he made a plan to divide them and take them on separately. Historians debate how much of a chance Napoleon had here, but this same strategy of dividing and conquering had worked for him multiple times. He marched
Dang.
north with 125,000 men and took on the Allies in a number of initial engagements, defeating the Prussians before turning to take on the British. But to Napoleon's dismay, miscommunication and hesitation among his marshals allowed both enemy armies to retreat. And crucially, rather than
Yo!
fleeing east, the Prussians moved north, where they could remain in contact with the British. Napoleon sent a force to hold off the Prussians as he moved in on the British, now holding a defensive position at Waterloo.
Holy shit.
Prussian General Blücher sent word that he would come to Wellington's aid if he could just hold off the French for long enough. Napoleon had to defeat Wellington before the Prussian army could arrive in force, and it was close. The British held the high ground and a number of key defensive buildings across the battlefield. After waiting some hours he didn't have for the ground to dry, Napoleon sent men to assault the Hougoumont farm, but the British-German garrison there held out. French Marshal Ney launched a number of miscalculated cavalry charges at the British lines.
Oh,
The
no.
British formed defensive square formations, and they tore the French cavalry to shreds, while one guy chose the absolute worst time to go on a bender. The French did manage to capture a farmhouse directly in front of the British line, and from there, they unleashed artillery hellfire on the British square formations. And as Napoleon sent his Imperial Guard in to finish the British off, a nervous Wellington knew his lines were at breaking point. But the Prussians had earlier begun to arrive, and now they were arriving in large numbers. And after the British held out
Dang.
and sent the French Imperial Guard running, the French lines panicked, fearing
Holy
they had
shit.
been encircled, and they began to flee. The Battle of Waterloo was an Allied victory. And with that, Napoleon's hopes of returning to glory were vanquished. He knew he was defeated. He went to
Damn.
the British and said, "Can I please have a house near London?" And the British replied, "No." Instead, to make sure Napoleon was put away once and for all, they sent him to one of the most isolated and remote places they could think of, a tiny island in the Atlantic Ocean, St. Helena. Here, a deeply isolated and depressed Emperor Napoleon would live the
Damn.
remaining years of his life. His house was a wooden bungalow, not exactly on par with the Tuileries Palace. Much to his frustration, his captors referred to him as General, rather than calling him Emperor. His mail was censored, his visitors were vetted. There was almost no way he could escape such an isolated island. But just to be sure, he was guarded by 2,000 British soldiers and 2 ships that circled the island 24
What
hours
the
a day.
fuck?
He
They're
had
that
once been
scared
the
of
most
him?
powerful man alive, and images of the victorious Napoleon depict a strong leader, hand firmly in jacket. Depictions of
Damn.
Napoleon on St. Helena show a disheveled old man, hand firmly in pants. He had lost everything. And by the way, he was only 46. So maybe it's about time you know what? You're doing all right, kid. Napoleon fought
Having
one
a
last
crisis.
battle while on the island. The battle for his reputation. He spent hours writing his memoirs, espousing his achievements, recording his greatness, and turning himself and his story into a phenomenal legend. And in this battle, he certainly succeeded. His mark on history cannot
Yeah, he's
be
kind of a
denied.
legend.
After his defeat, the European monarchs had got to work restoring Europe to its traditional balance and reasserting their dominance. But after Napoleon had spread the influence of the French Revolution, these returning monarchs would have a difficult time regaining their absolute control. France returned to the rule of the Bourbons, but it would go on to stage another revolution, and then another one. Reaction to
Holy
Napoleon's rule
shit.
in places like Germany and Italy propelled forward the ideas and feelings of modern unity.
Dude, damn. Okay, well, they got rid of Napoleon, but his ideals lived on. And he just wrote about his life on that island?
And nationalism, and his Napoleonic Code still remains the basis of law in various modern countries.
Dang.
The modern world owes a lot to Napoleon's legacy. He remains statistically possibly the greatest military general in history, and his revolutionary military tactics changed the face of warfare. He was the last truly great leader to both lead his armies in battle while retaining total political control over a vast empire. There's still hope for Joe Biden, but the man remains somewhat of an enigma, and we still aren't sure exactly what to make of him in some regards. Was he the champion of the French Revolution, spreading
Hard to
equality
say, I
wherever
don't
he
know.
went, or did he betray it by making himself an absolute monarch and restricting certain liberties? Was he an ambitious and aggressive conqueror, hell-bent on bringing Europe to its knees? Or was he simply defending himself against an aggressive Europe, hell-bent on reducing his power? Some things will continue to be debated. Napoleon died at the age of 51, officially of stomach cancer, but some believe he may have been poisoned. The British buried him in a tin coffin, inside a mahogany coffin, inside a lead coffin, inside
Dang.
another mahogany coffin. I guess this time, they wanted to make sure he stayed where they put him. In
What the
1840, his
fuck?
remains were moved to Paris, where they now rest under the dome of Les Invalides. The man from humble origins, with huge ambition, ruthless determination, immaculate skill on the battlefield.
Sorry, what the fuck? The British are hella paranoid to lock him under so many coffins. He's dead. Is he a vampire? I don't know, dude.
And a hefty dose of luck, who was determined to make his mark on history, did just that.
He
There
did.
is no immortality, he said, but the memory that is left in the minds of men. And in that sense, Napoleon knew he would live on forever. Oh, and to reiterate, he was definitely average height for the time.
Yeah, okay. That was fun. Thank you so much, Oversimplified, for making this. The short king lives on, chat. Wait. Whoa, what just happened? Wait, guys. The video was playing, right? Wait, what the fuck? Chat, what happened to my OBS? Was it playing? Hold up. What? Wait, was the video playing? It was? Where did it go? Wait, where did it fucking go? Where did the video go? Why is it gone? A picture? Wait, where's the video at? Why is the video gone? I'm scared, chat.
Of Les Invalides, the man from humble origin.
What? What? Holy wait, was the video just not playing? What? What? I'm gonna crash out. Wait, what's wrong with my OBS? It says it's being captured. Oh wait, it's right here. Wait, where did it go? Wait, was it? Wait. Oh, it's fine. Okay. Dude, you're the soul. Ew, bro, it's giving me a heart attack. I was like, we just watching nothing? You guys are just staring at this? I don't even know what I would have done, bro. Deadass crash out. I'm like, how did you guys watch nothing for 30 minutes? Alright, chat, that is the end of the Napoleon War. Thank you so much, Oversimplify, for making that video. That was really, really fun to learn about. I didn't realize Napoleon was such the GOAT, dude. I don't know. I didn't know nothing about him. I thought he was an ice cream this whole time, so... that was really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next react. Mwah! Okay, there you go. That's our little intro, outro. We could talk a little longer. Yeah, we were watching the Napoleon. No, stop. No, chat is gaslighting. We watched it for 29 minutes. Thank you, Leo. Thank you. Whew, this is why you need to overthrow the Dulogs. I would, but he funds the company. Dude, chat, that scared me. That scared me. We watched all. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today, and thank you guys for coming. I know today's stream was quite a bit scuffed. My OBS is like fucking bricked. It's bricked the fuck up right now. I don't know what to do about it, but it's gonna fix tomorrow. But unfortunately, there was no donor alerts and no chat, so if I missed anything, let me know. But thank you guys so much for the golden hype train today. I really appreciate that as well. Thank you guys so much for all the donations, and also thank you guys so much for coming by and talking with me today. I hope you guys had fun. I know OBS is being so fucking weird. Thanks for the fun stream, Mochi. Thank you guys for coming. Seriously. Tomorrow I'm gonna be live. What am I gonna do tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know, chat. Anyone got any suggestions? I was gonna do an Elden Ring. I wanted to do an Elden Ring challenge run, but I don't know. Does anyone got any suggestions on what to do? We can react to more history videos. We could. Surely she pulls for March. I'm dead, dude. Did you see anything, chart? I just saw a black screen of this pink thing. I was a data scene today. We want to see the conquering of Europe. Time to clear the game tomorrow. Mass Effect 3 multi. Oh, you know there's Battlefield. I was suggesting play Yu-Gi-Oh. Fuck no. React to Internet Historian. Has he made a new video? I kind of want to watch Man in a Cave, but I've seen it like fucking 4 years ago. I was thinking about it. No, I'm Not Human. We already played that though. Also, I'm scared. Should we do Battlefield 6? What's hot with the kids right now? What you learned about history at 32 years old? Mochi hates reading, yeah. Some people never do. That was fun. I don't know. I kind of miss like being coherent. I used to like really study like everything. Let's play Battlefield 6 tomorrow, chat. Would you guys play with me? Should I try to find friends to play with me? There's also baby steps that seem pretty interesting. I don't know. We'll figure out though. Tomorrow, chat, we're gonna go live whenever we do. As you guys know, streams are very spontaneous. But thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate you guys making time to come by, even though no one knows when I'm live ever. People are like, "When are you gonna stream, Mochi?" I don't know. Hopefully 6, and it's never 6. It's always 8 or 9 or even later. Elden Ring challenge run. Try to defeat the tree sentinel as a wrench, dude. That would be fucking hard, dude. I wanted to get all the magic items and stuff. You were live? No way, I was live. Remember to post the ChatGHI-PT artworks. Yes, thank you guys so much for coming by with me for my the ChatGHI-PT session. It was quite fun. I've done it, so I confirm it's possible. I suck balls, though. You could do another oversimplified, maybe the American independence. Maybe we could do that. That would be fun. We'll see. We'll see, chat. Napoleon Wars was quite fun, though. Just dodge. No worries, Mochi. Take care. Sleep well. See you next stream. Thank you, Luna. Thank you for this stream. Thank you, Armchair. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. Have I read the Elden Ring manga? No, I haven't. Is there a manga? Do a fate run. A fate run would be fun for Elden Ring. I missed the CHI-PT portion. I'm gonna go peek at it. Oh, no worries, bestie. Thank you so much for coming by stream. Always, everyone. There's a Total War game during the Napoleonic era. Seriously? Wait, can I be Napoleon? Wait, I want to be Napoleon. Wait, can I roleplay as Napoleon? Is that okay to do? I mean, it sounds fun. I don't know, bro. I have the height for it. You can? Holy shit. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, thank you. Dear ChatGPT. She's not online right now. Bye, Adrian. Thank you so much for coming today. Do you know what the... I think you can only watch it on Twitch is fun. I haven't heard about that. Feel free to share more on my Discord. Hopefully I'll get a chance to read that. But yeah. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and... what time is it? I mean, I could... I want to go for longer, but I should sleep. It's getting quite late. Thank you for the stream. Remember to give us gifts on Christmas, okay? You have the height? I thought Napoleon was taller than Mochi. Get some sleep. Thank you, chat. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Stream longer? Should I stream longer? What should we do for 20? Nah, I need a sleep, chat. I'm quite tired. I'm very eepy. Alright, good night, chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you, thank you. I had a lot of fun. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everyone. What time? We'll see. It might be the same time as today or maybe early tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and raid my friends. Okay. Alright, bye, chat. Bye. Thank you guys so much for coming today. Good night, everyone. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Wah!